Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's Breck Live coverage of the Fighting Tigers taking on the Gators of Greenwood High School over in Bowling Green, Kentucky. We are here today at Tiger Field. I'm Lincoln Smith, joined here by...
I'm Mr. Garrett, only for a brief time if things go well. Not quite a great way to start the game with hitting the batter there. That's number 29, Bryson Brockman, taking one for the team.
Brockman, I believe, a junior, and we have Cole Proctor on the mound here for the Fighting Tigers. They have already taken on the Gators once this season. Let me check the date on that. I'm not actually for sure, but...
Yeah, I think that was over spring break in that Bowling Green area tournament.
I believe you are correct, and it was a 13-4 loss. The Gators had several people bat perfect 1,000 numbers. So, let's see. First pitch of the second at bat there for Proctor. That one, strike one. So 0-1 count there. But the Fighting Tigers did not fare the best over there in Bowling Green. Lost 13-4, and we did have Proctor on the mound in that game. I believe he had an ERA of 9.7, if I recall correctly. And yes, 9.69 on 4 innings pitched. 6 earned runs, 10 runs. So certainly hoping to pick that up a little bit here coming into this one against the Gators. And they are another very veteran team like we saw against the Green Waves yesterday of Meade County.
Yeah, Lincoln, I think you pointed out before this game started that the Greenwood varsity roster, all they have are juniors and seniors.
Yeah, not a single sophomore, freshman, or anything below on their roster. And several juniors actually in the lineup. I was not expecting to be as many juniors as they have, at least on their starting roster. So up to bat currently is who we will be calling Wes Flowers. He's a 5'9" senior. And we're going to see what he can do. Currently sitting at 0-2 in the count here. Proctor trying to get the first out here. It's going to be a ground ball right to Proctor.
Tough play to make.
And throws it over the head of Burnett. So looks like we are going to have Brockman advance to third as Burnett just trying to make a recovery there, and a little bit of a wild throw by Proctor, so already 2 runners on, no outs.
Yeah, that was a tough one. It came off the bat just, I'm not going to say weak to knock Flowers, but he just didn't make the most contact with it.
Yeah.
And that was difficult coming off the mound, having to make a quick throw, a little high.
And with having a runner in the baseline, it's definitely got to throw off your eye a little bit, trying to get the force out over there at first. We saw that come into effect a couple times against Meade County.
Yeah.
So first pitch of the at-bat here for Morrison. And let's see, it looked like strike one there.
Strike one. Designed pitch, it looked like. Kind of pitch out, throw to second as the steal was made by Flowers.
So Flowers now on second, Brockman over on third. So not the best territory for the Fighting Tigers. And again, we do have, I believe it is... thought John Morrison, but not for sure on that.
Yeah, number 13, John Morrison.
Okay, let's see. I don't actually believe he was listed as a hitter.
Oh, on their lineup card?
In the last matchup against Breck County.
Okay.
He is listed. He is listed on the roster for this game. But yeah, in the last game, I guess he just didn't play for them. So
okay,
let's see what happens here. Let's see his numbers on the season. For Morrison.
Ooh, strike 3. The heat right there from Cole Proctor.
It's a pretty nice recovery pitch there to pick up the first out. No force out anywhere besides first, so likely anything in play is going to score a runner here.
Yeah.
Possible to see a sac fly, and we have now Rhett Diceholm here at the plate. He's currently batting .340 on the season with 18 RBIs. But the 18 RBI number, a little bit hard to compare to the Fighting Tigers, as Greenwood, I believe, has played 20 games on the season. They have 19 stat reports filed. And the Fighting Tigers have only played, I believe, 13. And we've played 14. We have 13 stat reports filed. So we do not have the Meade County stat report filed, but that will transfer into the batting average here in a little bit, which you will see. But again, Proctor on the mound here, 1 out, runners on second and third. Going to swing that one a little bit left there. Harned just going to try and throw to first, so it's going to pick up 1 out. So now the second out at the top of the first. That is going to score Brockman, though. So score sits 1-0 right now for the Fighting Tigers, but they can certainly make a recovery. They had 4 runs against the Gators last time, so hopefully they can hold them to a little bit of a lower number. The bat's not particularly hot yesterday, but there were just some streaks where we'd get 2 outs and then leave runners on after somebody got a hit with 2 outs.
Yeah, and Jared Harnan right there looked like he thought about coming home with that one, but just taking the sure thing at first base to limit or at least get something out of that.
Yeah.
And we got a nice dust shower from that slide. The wind is blowing in today.
Yeah. So maybe not going to see a lot of home runs with the wind blowing in here, but we'll have to see what happens. Fantastic little breaking ball there. Going to be called strike 1, as I believe Shear going to watch that one just slide by. It's a pretty nice pitch there by Cole Proctor. And again, you said with the throw to first there being the consistent play, they now have 2 outs, so a ground ball here or a fly ball that's caught would mean that the runner's not going to score from third. So that's pretty solid, consistent play there to get that one done. And you also run the risk again of, you try and flip it to home plate and, you miss the tag and then you've still got 2 runners on with a run scored. Anything can really happen from that position.
Oh. Now that bat, he came around a decent amount with that. That was close, but called a ball.
Yeah. So Shear definitely checked that one a little bit, but 1-2 count now. 2 outs, though, so Proctor can certainly get out of this one without giving up too many runs. That one a little bit outside and low, but a nice catch by Drew Harding to make sure nobody attempts to do anything crazy like steal home plate.
Oh, that'd be wild if we saw that today.
Yeah. Another pitch on the way here. That one going to be fouled off just behind us here. It's going to hit the net and come right back. Actually, Connor Shear against the Fighting Tigers in the last matchup went 3 for 4 at the plate, so very solid hitting performance from him, and he had a home run, so let's see if hopefully he does not do that here. That would be less than ideal. It's going to be a little ground ball to third. Harnon's going to field it, fires to Burnett at first, and looks like it is caught. It's going to be the third out there, so only 1 run. Some pretty nice damage control by Cole Proctor there. And the Fighting Tiger bat's going to hopefully get going here. Not for sure on what their lineup's going to look like at bat so far in this game, but just going to have to see what they do.
Yeah, to end that half inning right there, Jared Harnan fielded it well. A good throw. He was quick. Shear was coming out of that box with some speed, but a good stretch as well from Burnett.
And I think that's definitely one of Burnett's biggest advantages, both on the mound, at the plate, and over there at first base. Is he is very tall, I think listed at 6'2". I'm not for sure on that, but definitely very helpful defensively to be able to reach out and snag a ball, especially over there at first where you can get some wild throws sometimes.
Yeah.
But either way, we're going to see what the Fighting Tigers can get done here. Looks like Burnett is actually standing outside the dugout, so possibility that maybe he comes up a little bit earlier here than we'd originally thought, but it does look like Cole Proctor is indeed going to take the leadoff position at the plate, or on the mound for the Gators. I believe we do have number 45. That is Dice Holm. Yes.
That is correct.
So, and that is their cleanup batter, so we're going to have to see what he can do. Maybe going to try and get it done all over the field today.
Yeah, he's out there warming up. That pitch, had it been to a Tiger batter in the right-handed batter's box, would have hit them. So we'll see how this goes.
And we saw against the Panthers of Davis County, which obviously, very different day, but several hit batters, particularly by the Fighting Tigers.
Oh, yeah. At least 5, I think.
Yeah. So well off color, as I believe it was Brubaker got hit 3 times in that game. So going to see what the Fighting Tigers can get done here at the plate in the bottom of the first. Already have a run to make up, but Cole Proctor, who is, again, pitching for the Fighting Tigers, going to step up here to the plate. And I believe he went 2 for 3 last time against the Gators, so we'll see if he can get something similar going here today. First pitch there going to be just a little bit low by Dice Holmes, so going to be 1-0 count.
Dice Holmes got a very long windup. I wonder if the umpire is going to go talk about this.
We're going to have to see. It's definitely a possibility.
I wouldn't think that'd be a problem, but I was going to make that remark before I saw the umpire stepping out there to talk with him. I wonder if that's what it is.
I mean, no question, it's pretty extensive.
He started his motion, and then it was a good, 3 seconds. Let's see if he goes quicker this time.
We'll have to see. I wasn't really paying attention to the windup last time, so second pitch on the way here. That one going to be a little bit low and outside. So ball 2 here. Cole Proctor can get on base here. He would certainly be one of the people that we would think could get in to score. And yes, he did indeed go 2 for 3 last time with an RBI against the Gators and a double. So hopefully he can get going. That one going to be hit over into right field. Little fly ball there.
It's the wind working against him right there. It got up pretty high, but the right fielder able to camp under it.
Yeah, that one near the warning track, really, and I don't actually think we have a track out there, but it was in that vicinity. He had to back up a little bit to get to that one, but I'm sure it's got to feel good to at least get the bat on one there for Proctor. But we are indeed going to see Drew Harding step up here for the Fighting Tigers.
Call it the warning verge.
First pitch on the way there from Diceholm, a little bit low once again. That one pretty well in the dirt there, so 1-0 count. As Diceholm now has thrown no strikes, I don't think, so far in this game. 3 balls only. So, second pitch on the way here. Harding going to pop that one up.
Got under that one.
And looks like it's going to be just outside the infield, but caught there by the second baseman, who is, I believe, Mr. Flowers.
Yeah.
As we're now going to see Burnett step up here for the Fighting Tigers.
And even there, as Flowers is going back, you can see him kind of underneath it, going left, going right. The wind is it's definitely a factor.
It is a presence in this game for sure. So we're going to see what Wyatt Burnett can get done here, hoping to get a base hit. And that one, I think, also in the dirt. So still yet to throw a strike here, or at least one that a batter has not watched go by. Diceholm just kind of throwing him low seems to be the miss currently, but Burnett here just looking to get on base. Second pitch on the way. That one also called low.
Follows the trend that you set up. He has a little kick at the mound. Maybe he's wanting to land in a more flat area, or maybe he's frustrated.
Either one is certainly a possibility. Third pitch on the way here. Burnett's going to swing at that one, but I think it was also in the dirt. I don't know. Did he foul it off?
I think he did not. If he did, it was barely. I couldn't hear it in our effects mic. Usually we can when they foul him off. Maybe just a swing and a miss there.
I don't know. Well, 2-1 count here for Burnett. And Diceholm going to wind up here at the mound. Fires that one in there. Another low one. So 3-1 now. And we do have, let's see. Is Isaac over here on the left? He is not. Looks like we may have Eric Barr up here next. I'm not for sure on that, but Wyatt Burnett here still on his at-bat. And he's going to walk on over to first there as ball 4 thrown in the dirt once more.
Yeah, Dysel's having some trouble. He's still kicking at that mound.
Yeah.
Flattening it out. A figure of frustration, but...
Yeah. So we've got Eric Barr up here now. I'm not sure about Isaac Seeger because currently we've got Eric up to bat, and then it looks like Cameron on deck. So I don't know.
Yeah, maybe a lineup shuffle. We'll have to just see how things play out.
Yeah, I guess so. As that pitch going to be once again in the dirt. That one nearly taken off Eric's kneecaps. A little bit low and inside there. 1-0 count now for Barr, the senior, and left fielder for the Fighting Tigers. Second pitch on the way. That one called strike 1 there.
The first called strike of the day for the Gators.
So Barr just looking to get another base hit here. Just looking to advance a runner. And with 2 outs, I mean, obviously a little bit difficult. That one's going to be a ground ball. Diceholm going to pick it up. Going to throw to first, and he gets it with just a split second to spare. That's going to be a nice little finish there in the inning after walking Wyatt Burnett. And,
it was close, but barely.
Barr nearly made it there, but Fighting Tigers, unfortunately, pick up their 3rd out. So it looks like we are going to see Cameron Shaw up to bat next for them. And let's see. I believe Shear was the last batter for the Gators. So we're going to see Cade Thornton, the senior, up next for the Greenwood Gators. Cole Proctor still on the mound. No real reason to take him out. Only gave up 1 run there. Not really a bad inning for him. Did a very solid job recovering. And he was able to make pretty good contact there to right center. And I think the wind just hurt him a little bit there. But I don't know. The wind's kind of gusting for sure. There have been intervals where it's been pretty much non-existent. And then there have been times where it's kind of blowing everywhere. Which you could tell a little bit by just Diceholm moving around the dirt in front of the mound. You can see where it's blowing different directions. So
yeah, frustrating day to be a kite flyer.
Yes, for sure. Or a golfer, depending on which
yes.
way you're hitting the ball. I'm sure also not the best at the plate playing any diamond sport, unless, of course, you are one of the Lady Tigers whose field faces the opposite direction. So certainly maybe grounds for excitement over there. I don't know, but I don't believe they have a game today.
I
So
don't think so. Not at home, anyway.
yeah. So Proctor here to face the first batter at the top of the second. First pitch on the way. That one in the dirt. Maybe looking to mimic Mr. Diceholm there on the mound. I don't know. But yes, it is indeed Cade Thornton, the senior. And let's see.
Left-handed.
Yes. Currently, he is batting.
Oh, he got under that.
Oh, my. That one
That's carrying.
deep right field. And that one is gone.
I'm afraid the wind was at a lull in that moment, and
Yeah.
he took advantage.
Yeah, that was only the second pitch of that at bat, second pitch of the inning. And that one absolutely cranked there by Thornton, who currently has. He just picked up his third home run of the season. He's currently batting .283 for the Gators, and that is going to go up a little bit following that home run there to right field. So Proctor got a little recovering to do now. Just looking to throw some consistent strikes here up to bat now. As I believe Zach Upright for the Gators, which he is a senior. That one going to be hit to center. Cameron Shaw there to field it and catches that one nicely. So it's going to pick up a little out there.
Yeah, Cameron goes at that one with one hand. You know, the fundamentals. Don't get that one hand. Get those two hands up there to catch it. But he knows what he's doing.
Cameron, pretty talented outfielder. We've seen him get a lot done defensively for the Fighting Tigers. And very good at being able to throw it back to the infield from over there in center. As Proctor going to throw that one a little bit outside. Maybe trying to catch Smith swinging at one there, the first baseman for the Gators. Which, let's see, Smith currently on the season only batting .125. As watches strike one go by there. It's a 1-1 count now. With one out on the board. No runners on. Pitch on the way. That one well off the mark there. As going to pick up ball two there.
Hey, that one came straight back at us, Lincoln.
Indeed it did. That one kind of bounced right up the net there. The 2-1 pitch here. Now on the way for Cole Proctor. That one fouled off hard right. Definitely a little behind on that pitch. You saw Proctor bringing the heat there, as he does most of the time on the mound. It's now a 2-2 count here. Proctor looking to pick up his second out of the top of the second, following that unfortunate home run there by Thornton. Pitch on the way. That one hit right over Proctor's head. Fielded by Henning, who throws to first. Burnett's going to catch it.
Oh, he dropped it. No, he dropped it.
That's unfortunate. It was right in his hand. I thought he had caught it, and then it just slipped through there.
Had to stretch up the middle. That's a tough one for the fielders. As it goes over the pitcher's head. Had to make a quick throw. Just couldn't squeeze it.
Henning had to absolutely book it over there to even field that ball. So
yeah,
props to him for being able to even get it out of his hand that quickly to have it be contested at all. But unfortunate break there for Burnett, who just couldn't quite corral that one in there. Had to stretch a little bit too much. But Proctor going to throw over to first. We saw him do that a lot against the Panthers. So maybe continuing to do that here. We know his reaction time's pretty impressive. So maybe they can snag a batter while they're over there. And looks like they're going to go for a ball exchange here with the umpire. So now at bat for the Gators is Caden Whittle, the junior. He is the 8th batter in their rotation, I believe. No pitches so far in this at bat. First one on the way. That one fouled off. Did that hit the mic?
It did.
Oh my goodness.
I gotta confess, I jumped at that one. Yeah.
with no camera in the way, which hopefully you guys are enjoying the new camera angle.
The lofty view. Yes.
The aerial perspective. Hopefully you guys can enjoy that from up there. But yeah, 0-1 count here.
There goes the runner. Throw from Harding.
It's going to slip past him there, as couldn't really tell. Was it Isaac who was trying to catch that one and get the tag, or was it Henning? They were both right there in that position. I couldn't really tell.
Yeah, I must confess, my view was obstructed by the umpire.
Yeah,
in that.
mine was a little obstructed by Cole Proctor being there, so not exactly the best angle to be able to see from, but that is okay. The runner does indeed make it to second, but still 0-2 count here for Whittle. Can watch ball one there. It's a 1-2 count now with Smith over there on second base. Still only one out here. Cole Proctor trying to get it done on the mound. Doing a little bit of investigating of the field. Fourth pitch on the way. That one fouled off. Couldn't really tell. It looked like maybe hard right over there.
It's kind of back in the direction of where we parked, Lincoln.
Well, hopefully the vehicles are okay.
I didn't hear a crash, and I didn't see the reaction of a hand over a mouth, so I think we're okay.
Yeah, that would definitely be less than ideal. But 1-2 pitch here for Cole Proctor. I can't really tell. Yeah, nobody over there covering second, so I don't think he's going to try and throw back there. That's a really hard throw to make as a pitcher.
Runner's
And
going.
Smith going to take off a little bit late, but just unfortunately Harding couldn't quite handle that one, and that was the only reason Smith took off. It was more of a reactive steal attempt than a preemptive one. Like he kind of took a jump whenever the pitch was first thrown, like he was going to go, and then he stopped, and then as soon as Harding dropped it, he took off. But it was a little delayed there. But 2-2 count now. Smith over there on third. That one, ground ball to Isaac Seeger, who's going to just throw to first, and Burnett is going to catch that one, so that's going to pick up out number 2, but Smith is going to score there.
Yeah, you saw Isaac, similar to Jared Harnett in the first inning, thought about going home, decided against it to take the sure thing, and now the bases are empty with 2 outs.
Yes. But the Gators pick up their second run here in the top of the second, so they now have 3 on the day. And I believe we are indeed back to the top of the order with Bryson Brockman here. That one going to be fouled off to the right. That one over in the direction of the other vehicles. It's 0-1 count here for Brockman.
Yeah, and it's a sort of a trend we've seen of digging holes early, falling behind in these baseball games.
Yep. And
try to limit that as much as possible.
Yeah, that's been something we've had to do. Let's see, against the Panthers, we had to fight back from, I believe they scored 3 or 4 runs in the first few innings, and then we had to fight back from there. And then a very similar story against Meade County, and we're seeing that once again against Greenwood. As base hit there for Brockman, going to just slip past Isaac Seeger. He can't quite get to that one in time, but it is just going to be a single. So still 2 outs. Runner on first, that is Brockman, who currently has 5 stolen bases on the season on 5 attempts. So not bad numbers for him there.
5 for 5, you say?
Yes, and he has been walked 11 times. And I actually, if I had to guess, I think Cade Thornton and Bryson Brockman have switched roles possibly a couple of times maybe this season, as Brockman and Thornton both have very high base on ball numbers. Brockman's been walked 11 times. Thornton's been walked 12 times, but Thornton also has 10 stolen bases on 11 attempts. And we saw Thornton had a home run earlier, so pretty versatile offensively, Thornton is.
Yeah, now Brockman, he went on that, not that pitch, or right there where you tried to pick him off there, but before that, I don't know if it was a hit and run called by the coach or if he was just going for the steal, but he went.
Yeah, he was definitely moving there, and I think he would have made it under almost any circumstances. Is Harding going to throw back to first there, but Brockman there with a little bit of time to spare.
You're starting to see maybe a little strategy there by Cole Proctor, knowing that he likes to steal, throws it fast, throws it high, makes it easy for his catcher to stand up and catch it to be ready to throw.
Yeah.
Keeps the runner back, and probably would have made a good throw had he gone.
Mm-hmm.
There he goes.
And he's
the
moving.
Chess match.
Throw over there to second.
Oh! It was a great throw by Drew Harding, but
Seeger just drop it?
Yeah, couldn't secure the catch.
That's really unfortunate because it looked like he had plenty of time left to tag him.
I was getting ready to say, and he's toast, but just an unfortunate situation.
But now 2-1 count as that one thrown with similar tactics, a little bit outside, a little bit high in there so that Harding could catch it. And Harding, again, like you said, made a fantastic throw over there.
It was a laser. He had him by 5 feet.
And so now 2-1 count here with runner in scoring position. So Proctor just still looking to get it done on the mound here. Tigers defense going to have to definitely get something going, and then the bats are definitely going to have to get going here quickly if they want to come back in this one. So the 2-1 now for Cole Proctor. It is a little difficult to tell. Apologies for what Proctor's doing on the mound with umpire, batter, and catcher all right in my line of sight. So I apologize for that. But that one called strike as Flowers just watched it go by. So 2-2 count now. Proctor here just needs one good strike to get out of the top of this inning. Communicating with Drew Harding there at the plate, trying to figure out what to throw. That one just called low there.
Yeah, with the full count, with 2 outs, whatever this pitch is, you will potentially see Thornton go.
Oh, I am certain he will probably be moving.
You know, there's a chance if it's ball 4 that he gets called out there, but I bet he's going to go on this one.
There is always a chance of that. He is going to foul that one off. I was not surprised to see Flowers swing at that one. I know it's got to be really hard to try and decide where your strike zone is, particularly with a full count up there. So,
yeah, and I may have misspoken because nobody's behind him, so he's not being forced to go. So he probably won't take off as if he were on first base or if there was a runner on first base.
Yeah, and I think that a very interesting point to make is how much he was beat by on that throw to second. I wonder if they're definitely hesitant to send him to third.
Ooh.
As that one called.
In the world of ball 4s, that one was was a little scary.
Yeah.
For Flowers there.
Flowers definitely a little bit shaken up after that one. Had to get out of the dirt following watching that one go by. Fortunately, was not hit by it, but up to bat now. Morrison going to come back here for the Gators. So Proctor now runners on first and second with 2 outs.
And you think about little things, Lincoln. We talk about this sometimes. You know, in basketball, maybe a missed layup or an opportunity for something like that. In baseball, the throw to get that third out on the steal was there, and then it doesn't work out. Now first and second.
Definitely a little bit of a momentum breaker there, and I'm sure it would have brought him into their batting order with a lot of intensity. But first pitch called strike there. That one high and inside. So 1-1 count here for Morrison, who is currently batting. Let's see. He has only batted in 16 games, but is currently batting .276. So not a bad batting average for him, particularly against some of those schools in Bowling Green. I know they have some pretty fierce reputations. I believe the Gators, I'm not for sure on this number. I think I accidentally closed out their schedule, but I think they are currently 4th in that region. I'm not for sure on that number, though. Third pitch on the way there. That one going to be fouled off hard right.
Yeah, I'm sure we can find their regional statistics in between innings, perhaps.
Yeah, I don't think.
Check your memory. I bet it's pretty solid.
Don't think it should be too difficult. As still 1-2 count here.
Looking to get out of this jam.
Definitely really an unfortunate situation to be in with only one runner on and then nearly picking him off there. That one ground ball to left field. They're going to send him home here, and he's definitely going to make it with plenty of time. So Brockman going to make it in here and score the 3rd run for the top of the 2nd for the Gators. So they now lead 4-0 with Flowers over there on second. Pretty solid base hit there by Morrison. Took it right down the 3rd baseline. And
that's the danger of having the 3rd out and then missing out. Got a conference here on the mound. Coach Bennett heading out there probably to settle everybody down.
Yeah, all the infielders coming in here, getting a little bit of a meeting going. And again, runners back on that 1st and 2nd position for the Gators, following that single by Morrison there. And just a little bit of an unfortunate break. So that's going to be, let's see now, Morrison's, I believe, 10th RBI on the season. So, I mean, that's just a fantastic hit, really, just trying to pull that one down the left side, and he put it in perfect range for Brockman to be able to come in and score there. So, unfortunate break there, honestly, for Cole Proctor, who was honestly pitching a pretty good inning other than that home run there, and everything kind of falling apart here defensively for the Fighting Tigers. Just a couple, not even necessarily mental lapses, but just a couple dropped balls just within centimeters of being perfect. They would have been out of this inning with only 1 run given up, but now unfortunately have given up 3. So Proctor's going to have to recover, and we will have to see what he does here. So we return with, I believe it is Diceholm, the pitcher, at the plate here. Burnett going to field that ground ball nicely. That one definitely could have got away from him. That ball had some pace on it, but he stepped right into that one, fielded it, stepped on the bag, so that is going to get the Fighting Tigers out of the inning. Unfortunately, going to be giving up 3 runs there with 2 outs, having only given up 1 run with 2 outs. And that was something we saw a lot against the Panthers. They had a lot of innings where they would get 1 or 2 outs and be in really good position to close out an inning, and then just would have either some unfortunate breaks or maybe just a few mental lapses here and there that would lead to the Panthers scoring a few runs. And it wasn't really enough in like one singular moment to end the game. Like there was no inning where the Panthers scored 6 or 7 runs that just really was a psychological collapse. It was more of like there were just tiny little fractures in the glasswork that is a Diamond Sports defense that led to maybe a collapse in morale, and eventually lost that game. And then not really too dissimilar in the Meade County game. I felt like the Tigers played better than the scoreline indicated in the Meade County game. There were just a lot of breaks again.
Yeah, the Meade County game was tough because of their 6 runs, 5 came on home runs.
Yeah.
And, we ended up with 3. And so a home run, and we've even seen one today. It's just one swing, and then you got not just runs, but also this feeling of confidence, and it's tough. But, yeah, Meade County, that was a tough one. 3 home runs, giving that up was tough.
Yeah.
Cameron
And
Shaw.
I did find some info. The Gators are ranked currently 5th in the 4th region, so that was my apologies there. They're behind Bowling Green, Russell County, South Warren, and Warren East. So some pretty solid schools there. As Cameron Shaw nearly hit by that one. It's going to be called ball 1 there. 1-0 count.
One of the things we've seen, sorry to interrupt you there.
No, go right
Lincoln.
ahead.
If Cameron has gotten on base in games where we have covered Breck Live, he has crossed home plate.
Mm-hmm.
So he will get around the bases.
He's just got to get on,
He's just got to get on.
We know his numbers to be very good as far as bases on balls are concerned. He has been walked more than any other Fighting Tiger. He's been walked 12 times, and I think may have been walked against Meade County. I can't remember, so that would make 13, but he's had a pretty solid season. And
he's quick.
Hit a little ground ball here to the second baseman, who throws it, beats him by just a second. Man, that one was close throw considering where that ball was fielded at.
Yeah.
And, yeah, Cameron can move it around the bases, but, currently for him he has 9, which I think he stole 1 base yesterday, so I think he now has 10 stolen bases on 11 attempts on the season, so that's pretty solid for him. But Isaac Seeger going to step up here, and I think this may have been a tactical play to have Isaac, who's more of a power hitter, be behind Cameron to try and move around the bases a little bit more. But Seeger here.
Yeah, if that was the plan. Didn't work out this time, but maybe next time around we'll see that.
But yes, Seeger going to watch ball 1 go there just a little bit outside. So second pitch on the way here. That one going to be fouled off to the left. Looked like maybe just caught it off the bottom of the barrel there. And Diceholm, I'm not for sure on what the pitch speeds are looking like, but it seems like he's been able to change it up a few times. He's had a few breaking balls. I can tell his fastball has been pretty consistent, at least against the Fighting Tigers. Third pitch on the way here. That one I thought a little inside, at least from my perspective, but called strike 2.
You mentioned the speed, 81 miles an hour on that fastball.
So definitely not moving it at a slow pace there with the 81.
No, that'll get you a ticket.
Fourth pitch there. That one also going to be fouled off by Seeger. You saw that breaking ball kind of came in there. Wasn't sure if he was going to swing at it and didn't quite commit all the way to it, but fouled off, so no harm there. Guess it's a little bit different here. Now it's more of a no harm because it's foul situation as opposed to no harm, no foul. And just going to swing and miss there, dropped by the catcher, but he is tagged, so that's going to be out number 2 for the Fighting Tigers as, I believe we've got Jared Harned stepping up now for them. So Jared Harned currently batting in what would be, let's see, the 7th spot for the Fighting Tigers?
Yes.
I'm not. Okay, that's interesting tactical play here to have Harned bat in this position. He's going to watch strike one go by there. It's 0-1 count now for Harned with 2 outs. And these were the situations here with 2 outs. We would get a hit, and then we would leave the runner on almost every time in those last couple of games. But Harned going to swing at strike 2 there. So definitely not great circumstances to find yourself in if you're the Fighting Tigers trying to score a run here. The Gators defense and Diceholm on the mound has done a very solid job so far of containing any sort of offense from the Fighting Tigers. 3rd pitch on the way. Harned going to just hit a little grounder there to Diceholm, who's going to pick it up, lob it on over to first, and that is going to end the bottom of the 2nd. Fighting Tigers down 4-0, and really not much you can do there. Just some really unfortunate little breakthroughs there for the Gators in the top of the 2nd that led to a few runs, and the Fighting Tigers just don't want to say they didn't play the best defensively. Like, there were definitely some really well executed throws that just didn't work out in their favor, particularly attempting to pick off Brockman going to 2nd. I mean, just perfectly timed. There was, again, the throw to Burnett at first that was just barely dropped. I mean, both of those would have ended the inning before they would have picked up too many runs. We did see a home run by Thornton. I can't remember. Is that the first or the 2nd? I think that was the very first pitch of the 2nd inning, correct?
That was he. What position is he batting in their lineup?
He is batting, let's see, 1, 2, 3, I think 6. Or was it? It was Thornton that hit the home run, correct? I don't think it was Shear.
Yes, it was left-handed batter, Thornton.
Okay. But yeah, so Thornton hit the home run there. I think that was the top of the 2nd, yes. That was what led off the inning. It was like the 2nd pitch of the inning. So unfortunate break there to start things off. And then I thought Proctor threw well against the next few batters. And then there were just a couple of those tiny little mistakes here and there that are just ones that are kind of cleaned up by practice time and things like that, which is one of those things that I'm sure the Gators have a big advantage on is practice time. And they've had more games this season, but also with so much more experience under their belts with all those juniors and seniors on their team. But first pitch on the way here for Proctor.
Yeah.
This one against, let's see.
That is Shear, if I
Yes, I believe that is Shear.
am correct. Yeah, no substitute for experience. Hello. Another.
That one coming right back at us. So that was fouled off there on the 2nd pitch, so 0-2 count here.
Yeah, and from a game management standpoint here, you got to think we need to get Breckinridge County, needs to get through this inning, not give up any more runs.
Yeah, any further deficit is going to hurt you a lot here, as nobody quite able to field that one. Eventually ends up at Cameron Shaw's feet. I mean, that's just another one that's just a ground ball right past Cole Proctor there, and he just got it right through the gap. So
it's a good way to get on base, hit it up the middle.
Yep. So runner on first here is Shear, and now stepping up to the plate for the Gators is once again Cade Thornton, the senior, who hit the home run there in the top of the 2nd. So now we sit here, top of the 3rd. He's back up to the plate. I'm sure it's a little bit daunting at the mound, remembering what happened last time he faced a batter if they hit one out. So Proctor going to throw back to first there, as we've seen him do many times before, but that one, plenty of time there for Shear to get back, so nothing too risky there. No big lead, which, you don't really want to take too huge of a lead with no outs on the board. Want to try and make sure that you've got some decent momentum going. First pitch on the way. Oh, fantastic breaking ball in there. Going to be called strike 1. And Thornton not even thinking about hitting that one. It looked very high and outside, and it just kind of broke right in there perfectly. So Proctor here maybe looking to throw him another breaking ball, or maybe change it up a little bit with a fastball, maybe a little bit outside, as that one looked like a fastball pretty much right down the middle. And Thornton's going to swing at that one, foul it off, maybe a little bit late on that one. I'm sure the tempo change from the heavily dropping curveball into the 80-plus mile-an-hour fastball from Cole Proctor, a little bit hard to hit. So 0-2 count here for Thornton. Proctor just looking to pick up a quick out here. And stepping back here.
Yeah, there's a little gamesmanship there. Doesn't want to wait too long for the pitch, so Thornton steps out, calls time.
Yeah. Proctor now setting up once again. Fires one in there. Little breaking ball. That one going to be pulled. Burnett's going to throw to second. They're going to get the throw back to first, but Thornton's going to beat that one in plenty of time. But
yeah, that was well thrown. Little breakdown, though, because with Burnett making that throw, he's going to feel it, and he's not going to be able to get back to the bag for the double play, and nobody really covered the base, so the opportunity passed.
Yeah, and I don't really know. I think he may have been better off fielding it. I think he only had to take 1 or 2 steps back there to the bag. He maybe still could have thrown and gotten the out at second, but I don't know. Either way, contain the runner to first, so not too bad there. As Thornton going to make it over there.
There goes the runner.
He's going to go to second, but Seeger going to pick up that ground ball, and they are going to pick up a really nice double play there as Isaac Seeger going to field that perfectly, toss it over back to first, and Zach Upright there going to unfortunately lead the Gators to a double play here. But the Fighting Tigers, that's exactly what you need.
Yes.
That little boost in momentum. I'm not for sure who we're going to see here at the bottom of the lineup for the Fighting Tigers. We may see some changes after last night's antics, but I don't know. I guess we're just going to have to see what happens. But Dice Holmes done a very solid job on the mound so far this game for the Gators, and I don't foresee him doing any differently. But seeing as it is the middle of the third, we're going to take a quick break, and we will catch you guys next time the Tigers go up to bat.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the bottom of the third inning. Logan Henning stepping up to bat. You know, and ending that top half of that last inning, very nice to see Isaac just take that ball, turn that double play. Very nice moment there. Get a little momentum here for sure. And that pitch was behind Henning. Lincoln, what did you think about that pitch behind the batter?
Yeah, that was a little bit of an unorthodox strategy, maybe to throw him off a little bit there. I'm sure as a batter, you're not expecting the ball to be on the wrong side of you, but I don't know. Maybe he thought he was a left-handed batter. I don't know.
Maybe so.
But either way, 1-0 count here for Logan Henning, as he's going to foul that one off just a little bit behind, but if he can square one up there, that would be fantastic. Fighting Tigers, again, still looking to get some momentum going, following a very nice double play there to end off the top of the third. So Logan Henning at the plate here, going to swing at strike 2. Was definitely on line to hit that one, maybe just a little bit early on it. Either way, not a terrible one to swing at. I think would have been a strike either way. Dice Holm firing one in there on the 1-2. Little breaking ball in there. Looked like it was right in the wheelhouse of a strike, but called.
It was close.
Called ball there. So 2-2 count here for the second baseman. And it looks like we do have Brett Hinton on deck, who we did see yesterday for all of his at-bats, other than I believe we saw, I cannot remember who it was we had sub in to hit in Brett's position yesterday. As Logan Henning there, going to get walked over to first.
Now, Lincoln, your memory may be very strong. Base runners for us this game so far. Obviously, Logan just got on there, and
let's see.
Did we have one other who got on via a walk?
I'm trying to think. Let's see. Trying to think what the other batters did. Cole ended up flying out to right center.
So did Drew, and then it was Wyatt, Burnett.
Wyatt, I don't think Wyatt got walked, did he? I think it may have been 3 up, or no, it was not 3 up, 3 down.
Because Eric was he grounded out.
I think, did Wyatt get a base hit? I cannot remember for the life of
The
me.
reason I'm asking, as we see an 0-1 count here, is because I currently am showing no hits for the Tigers, so we may be
Okay.
without a hit.
I'm
Unless-
trying to remember. It's very uncommon for Burnett to get walked because he has such a big strike zone at the plate, but I think that may have been what happened. But either way, Hinton here, the freshman with the 0-2, he's going to swing at that one. Just going to be a little bit early, going to pull it, just foul. But again, hitting over there on first, and he can definitely move around the bases as well, as long as he gets on, and he has made it over there. So this could be definitely a little bit of a momentum shift. Again, the Tigers having to make up a 4-run deficit here early on.
Yeah, there's an old baseball superstition. You don't talk about a no-hitter or it'll end, so we're
Yeah.
going to put that to the test.
So now 1-2 count here is that one in the dirt. And Henning going to stay at first. No real reason to get too aggressive with the base running there. He wasn't exactly in position to take off for the steal here either. I don't know that with either of the runners on first, I don't think Diceholm's thrown over to the bag either time. As Hinton going to swing and miss at strike 3 there. But definitely taking a cut at it there. But Cole Proctor now steps back up to the plate. We saw him fly out to right center in the top of the first, or bottom of the first, that is. My apologies. And we know he can get on base. He went 2 for 3 last time against the Gators, so hopefully he can get us a little base hit here once again. So Diceholm, who we believe has still not given up a hit this game, hopefully gives one up to Cole Proctor if you're a Tigers fan. So that one in the dirt, going back to that bottom of the first miss there in the dirt.
Yeah, he threw several pitches low, and is still doing that.
That one looked fantastic there. It was a little breaking ball, a little bit less speed. And Proctor took a swing at that one, just couldn't quite contact it, but 1-1 count here on that swing and miss. And again, Henning still over there at first. Proctor going to watch strike 2 go by there. That one had some pace on it, but also a little bit of break, so just flirted with the outside of the zone there. 1-2 count now for Cole Proctor, the junior, who is on the mound for the Fighting Tigers. And going to foul that one off. Maybe not the best one to take a cut at, but did manage to keep it foul, so no need to worry about that one. Still 1-2 count, though, here for Proctor. Let's see if he can get it done and finally get the Fighting Tigers a run here. Getting 2 runners on would be fantastic in this current situation, particularly trying to make a comeback. Only 1 out, not the worst. He's going to watch ball 2 go by. That one a little bit low and inside. So Proctor doing a very good job battling here at the plate. Diceholm here, still really not even looking over there at first to throw, and Proctor never really committed to that one. Looked like a breaking ball in there. And that one dropped towards the dirt, and Proctor still took a cut at it, but really not a very committed one. So going to strike out there. So now 2 outs. Logan Henning over there on first. Drew Harding now back up to the plate for the Fighting Tigers. Diceholm threw a pretty good at bat there, as that one way out of where it needs to be. Henning going to go ahead and take second with no real question of whether or not he was going to make it. And Drew Harding now has a 1-0 count, so potential to swing at something here. Got a runner in scoring position. That's what you need.
Yeah, if he hits it well to the outfield, especially in a gap, it would score Logan easily.
That would be fantastic. I think really best potential moves here is Logan Henning now going to make it to third on another wild pitch there from Diceholm. Really anything that's a base hit now is almost certainly going to score him. And I don't know.
Definitely now. And there was a chance there because the catcher very nonchalant. Pitcher wasn't covering home. Logan might
He could have
made it interesting.
Could have made things a little bit spicy there, but Harding here with the 2-0. He's going to swing at strike 1 there. That one a little breaking ball.
Yeah, that one took such a cut. If he made contact with that, we might see it go on to the highway out there. That was a hefty swing.
That would definitely be a place we want to see a ball go if you're a Tigers fan.
But not if you're a motorist.
No, not if you're a motorist, no. Generally not not the best set of circumstances when somebody's car gets hit by a ball, but there's always the potential that it could make it over the highway.
Ooh.
But yeah. 2-2 pitch on the way here. Harding going to hit that
Speaking of
one.
balls hit deep.
That one going deep left. And it's gone. Oh, my goodness. And seems you spoke that one into existence as Harding now picks up what I believe is his, I want to say 4th home run of the year. Yes, his 4th home run of the year. Fighting Tiger is going to pick up a couple of runs here with a clutch bomb there from the senior. And that is exactly what you want to see. The home crowd is absolutely fired up here on this fantastic Saturday afternoon. And
yeah, not quite the highway, but that's fine with us.
Yeah.
Maybe a little splashdown out there in the Pay Lake.
Yeah, definitely a possibility of it over there in that lake. But 2 outs still for the Fighting Tigers. Diceholm now trying to do some recovery after a bomb there from Drew Harding. Knocks in an RBI. And let's see, that is going to be his 16th RBI of the season, his 4th home run of the season. So, I mean, really has just been an absolute monster at the plate this season, Drew Harding has.
Yeah. Wyatt Burnett finds himself quickly in an 0-2 hole.
As he swung at both those first 2 pitches, if I'm not mistaken. That one popped up to the infield. Diceholm going to come in, and he's going to catch that one. Get himself out of the bottom of the 3rd there, but that's exactly what the Fighting Tigers needed. With Logan Henning getting walked onto base, and Diceholm gave up his first hit of the game, a home run to deep left field there from Drew Harding. And even with the headwind, was able to knock that one over the fence. And you heard what you said. He took a cut at the last one, and then the one right after immediately sent it on over the fence. So
yeah, and kind of like the masters of old, with a block of marble, Breckinridge County is starting to chip away at this lead.
And hopefully they can continue to do that. They're going to have to get done on the defensive end. They've struggled a little bit so far in this game. Did not give up any runs in the top of the 3rd, though. Pretty solid performance there, and they had the fantastic double play by Isaac Seeger. So I'm sure Cole Proctor's definitely got to be feeling a little bit better after them picking up a couple of runs there. Definitely a little shift in the momentum. And a double play and then a 2-run inning for the Tigers. I mean, really anything could happen. Still definitely anybody's ball game. Neither team really running away with it here. And that's now the 2nd home run of the game from either side. So not bad there. We're going to see what Proctor can get done on the mound. Tigers defense going to have to really keep it together here. Some of these little mistakes going to have to be narrowed in on, and they're going to have to be stopped if they want to contain this one. And I think they can do it. They definitely have the potential to. A very solid side here. And Proctor throwing a nice little slow. Looked like a changeup in there, not for sure. But Drew Harding, I'm sure, behind the plate, feeling pretty good after hitting a bomb of his own there. We're going to see, I believe, Eric Barr come up to bat next for the Fighting Tigers once we get into the bottom of the 4th. But first, we got to cover the top of the 4th as the Gators come back up here. We have at bat number 4, Paul Smith, the first baseman. And I believe that he is a junior, yes. Listed at 5'7", but looks a little bit taller than that. I'm not for sure, though.
Yeah, in my experience with the KHSAA rosters from soccer, a lot of times if a player starts when they're very young, they get that first height in there, and it sticks with them, and it's not updated. Woo!
So Smith just watched a couple go right by his chin there.
He's got a little smile on his face, so he's taking it well.
Yeah. So 2-0 count here. Proctor trying to throw some recovery pitches. A little bit behind in the count. 3rd pitch on the way. That one called strike 1. That ball had some heat on it.
Yeah, I took a quick peek to make sure I saw 84 miles an hour on that one.
84. Wow. Nice pitch there from Proctor, and you could hear the pop on the glove there. That one going to be called strike 2, a little bit low outside there.
Also 84.
Wow. So those are 2 pitches you definitely want to see if you're already down 2-0 in a count. So 2-2 now. Fantastic position Cole Proctor's gotten himself back into. Just needs to throw one more strike here. I ducked away from that one a little bit.
Yeah,
so 3-2 counter. That one coming right at my face.
It's a little disconcerting, even with the net, even with the window.
Well, I don't know how solid the window would be against a baseball, but the
true.
net, I probably should have had a little more faith in than that. Either way, full count here for Proctor. Pitch on the way. That one going to be a ground ball, and Seeger just can't quite get to it. You saw his glove miss that one by about an inch.
It was well hit.
A nice little base hit there by Paul Smith, who's going to pick up a single. And let's see, who do we have up next for the Gators? It is indeed number 19, Caden Whittle here, who I believe found his way on base in his last at bat. I cannot recall exactly, but I believe he did. Either way, believe the last batter here for the Gators before we come back with Brockman, but I'm not for sure on that.
Time will tell.
So Proctor, and I was right about to say may see him throw over to first here, and he did it immediately. So either way, he is going to go and throw over to first to Burnett there, but I guess maybe just a strategy to disconcert the runner a little bit. You know, you're definitely going to be a little more hesitant if you know the pitcher's going to throw over there. So still looking to set up here for the first pitch of this at bat. It's on the way. Going to try and bunt that one, and it's popped up, and Harding just couldn't quite get to it. I couldn't really tell from this angle, but seemed like he had to dive.
Yeah, he almost made that play, and fearless right there. I mean, the helmet's thrown off. The wall is an inch away from his face.
Yeah, he was diving.
When he finishes his landing.
Yeah, he was diving right at the wall there and nearly caught that one, but 0-1 count now as Whittle may try and lay down another bunt here.
Yeah, Drew even got a little fist bump from the umpire on that one for the hustle.
I mean, he was laying it all out there for sure, as I'm sure he doesn't want to lose this game after he certainly trying his best to keep the Tigers in it. So Proctor once again going to throw back to first there, and Smith, not really much to do, but just kind of waltz back on over to the bag. Proctor going to step off the mound here. All right. So Whittle here with the 0-1 count. And Proctor going to throw back to first once again. Burnett having to do his best over there just to be prepared to take a throw. As still 0-1 count here, only one pitch thrown in this at-bat. I believe we've seen 3 throws back to the bag here.
Yeah, I'd say watch Smith here.
As Whittle going to try and lay that one down once again, but just pops it up. It's going to go over Harding's head, though. Not really territory for him to try and catch that one.
No, once it hits that net, it kind of ends the live nature of the ball.
Yeah. So 0-2 count as umpire signaling something over there.
Yeah, one of the players from Greenwood, a little too far outside the dugout. So umpire says, get back in there. And he did.
All right, well, we've got 0-2 count here for Whittle. Proctor, who has thrown back to first base 3 times in this at-bat. Keeping his eye over there for sure. Pitch on the way, that one high. As Smith still yet to take much of a lead off of first, but kind of just hovering over there.
Going right to the edge of the dirt.
Yes.
There he goes.
And he is going to take off to second. Harding fires one in there. Isaac Seeger in place to maybe catch that one, but it looked like it came in just a little too low. So Smith is going to steal second. Now a 2-2 count here for Whittle. So Proctor going to have to make a little bit of recovering once again, and it looks like he was pretty well ahead in that at bat and has now fallen a little behind where he was, as Whittle, I believe, currently batting 185 for the Gators here. That one going to be called a ball outside. And Proctor now, as previously stated, having to make a little bit of a recovery as Whittle's now forced it to a full count. And he's got runner on second here. Pitch on the way. That one hit to left field.
Not quite deep enough to be out, but it's going to score the run.
Eric Barr can't quite field it in there, but Smith going to come in with time to spare. And looks like Whittle going to get a nice little base hit double there. No outs. They are going to score Smith. And now Brockman, the leadoff batter, going to come back up here for the Gators. As, man, just an unfortunate at-bat there for Cole Proctor, who did a great job getting it to 0-2, and then eventually Whittle forced it full count and then hit that one out there to left field, and Eric Barr just not able to get to it in time. I think it was down a little bit too quickly for him, but Proctor here now after giving up a run in the top of the 4th, trying to make a recovery with Whittle on second. Bryson Brockman here, the leadoff batter, at the plate. Going to be called ball 1, a little bit outside and low there. Fighting Tigers have unfortunately given up another run. This is going to have to be a little bit of a lengthened recovery out of their so far 3 at-bats on the game. Brockman taking time to compose himself here in the box, and he has. Proctor keeping an eye on second base over there. Brockman going to ground it over to Logan Henning, who can't quite pick it up at second. And Whittle going to come all the way in home as Henning kind of just gave up the play there after that ground ball got by him. And certainly it looked like could have picked it up and maybe thrown home at worst, but no outs picked up there. And that's going to be the second run of the inning for the Gators, who now lead 6-2.
Yeah, and in an inning where you had to figure Breckinridge County needs to get out of it with not allowing anything, just kind of this could get with 0 outs, with no outs, and the top of the order coming up for the Gators. This could get ugly. Worse before it gets better.
Yeah, this could get ugly fast as Flowers at the plate here. Wes, as he is known here in this cupboard under the stairs. Proctor going to throw back over to first there. And no tag attempted as Bryson Brockman, again, still taking that pretty average-sized lead as most of the Gators have done.
Yeah, and he stole, remember.
Yes, he did.
It was close. That was the play that was very close.
And that would have been the one that ended the inning.
Yeah. With
the Gators only having 1 run there in the top of the second. But unfortunate break for the Fighting Tigers as strike 1 on the board here for Flowers.
If Cole throws back over, he'll go back, but then I'm be afraid he's going to steal. Oh, they call a pitch out.
And Brockman able to make it back with a little bit of time there. It's Harding going to throw it over to Burnett at first. So now 1-1 count here. So that one looked a little bit high. I'm not for sure.
I think it was designed. They were trying to get him off the bag at first base. Pitch out there.
Looked like it, and I don't know. Like I'm not cynical. I'm not for sure on that play call, particularly with how some of these at bats have ended up going with throwing balls early on. But I don't know.
It almost worked.
Yeah.
But I'd watch him. He's probably going to go now after Cole tried to pick him off a few times. Let's see. Oh, yes, he did.
And
they got him.
They've got him in a pickle here. As Burnett going to throw to Seeger at second. And they got him. So, wow. Brockman tried to take off there on Cole's throwback to first. That's definitely an interesting time to take off for the steal.
Well, Cole, with a great move there, just had that feeling that he was going to try to steal after he threw over there, and Cole disguised it well. Nothing illegal about that, and he was already going to go, and he just got a little antsy. Got him.
So it is going to pick up the first out of the inning, which is exactly what the Tigers needed there. And a really solid play by Burnett to make sure to hold him in no man's land, and then he was able to throw to Seeger. And that one going to be popped up. Harding coming back to try and get it. That one going to go into the bleachers of the Gator supporters.
Into the Gator crowd.
So now a 1-2 count here for Flowers at the plate. So now the good thing is they only need 2 outs to get themselves out of this inning here.
Yeah, that was big. Getting that runner off the bases in a moment where we had just been discussing it could get kind of ugly.
Yeah.
That's a big, maybe a little turn there.
So Flowers here, who I believe is 1 for 2 on the day. Pitch on the way. That one cranked to left field, it looked like, but maybe got under it a little too much, and Eric Barr going to catch that one. So now 2 outs, and look at that. The Tigers have recovered this one. I don't want to say fully yet, but for the most part, they've made it a good bit back to where they need to be. And Morrison now going to step up here, the senior, as now 2 outs, no Gators on base, thankfully.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to assume in any walk of life.
Yeah.
But sports, for sure.
Not a good place to make a lot of assumptions. Although in my head I did just have the imagery of an alligator running some of the bases, which I just thought would be very funny. But anyway, Morrison fouls that one off there, so 0-1 count for him.
If we have the lake just out there beyond the fence. If an alligator comes out of that lake, I think there'd be a slight delay.
I would say that would throw off a lot of people if there was an alligator wandering around here. Although I'm sure there'd be definitely some people here who would probably go up, try and hang out with it a little bit. We know there's a lot of nature lovers out here. I'd say we'd see some people very interested in an alligator.
That would be something.
As the 1-1 here from Proctor. That one called strike 2.
85 on the gun.
So that's a great pitch there.
Yeah, saw him get up to 87 the other night. So he can really throw that ball hard.
So the 1-2 here, another pitch exactly like that. It's going to be a hard one to hit here for Morrison, as that was a little low and outside right there. And that one, high and inside, nearly caught Morrison's helmet there. So 2-2 count now with 2 outs and 2 runs on the board for the Gators in this inning. The 2-2 on the way. Wow. Breaking ball that ended up going right down the middle. Swing and a miss there for Morrison. So it is going to get the Tigers out of the inning. They give up 2 runs to the Gators, but hopefully they can make it up on the offensive end as we go into the bottom of the 4th. And let's see, I believe we have Eric Barr up to bat for the Fighting Tigers.
That is correct, if the lineup holds its order.
And I would expect it to. I can't see a big reason to try and shift a lot, but we'll see what we get going here. Nobody coming out of the dugout yet for the Fighting Tigers. However, we do see that Rhett Diceholm, the junior, is still on the mound here for the Gators. He's done a very solid job so far this game. Only allowed 1 hit, the home run for Harding there in the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah. Yeah, we will mute the effects mic between innings to mitigate the chances of picking up a copyright issue on our YouTube channel. Lincoln, do you know the words to Sweet Caroline?
I'm very much familiar with.
You want to sing along?
I don't know. I don't think that would pick up any copyright, but I know this is a fan favorite at a lot of baseball and at really any sporting event. I feel like it's kind of a universally known American tradition for everybody to sing Sweet Caroline, particularly the bum 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 part. I know a lot of people pick up on that, on those fun antics at sports. So shout out to Neil Diamond for fantastic work on this one. And I guess it fits in well being named Diamond, right here on the.
You think that's why people sing it?
Maybe, I don't know.
Do you know any other Neil Diamond songs? Test.
I believe Cracklin' Rosie, fan favorite from, I don't know, the 80s maybe? I'm not really sure of the exact era, but either way, Eric Barr stepping up here. And first pitch on the way, that one fouled off, hit hard right. That one going to cause some vehicular troubles perhaps, but 0-1 count here for him as Diceholm throwing another nice pitch there. Looked like a little breaking ball that ended up back in the middle of the strike zone. Second pitch on the way, that one not quite the right zip code there, a little bit outside.
Just a little
bit. 1-1 count here for Eric Barr, so he can maybe pick what he wants to swing at. Swing and a miss there at that one, and he took a cut at that one.
He did. It was that off speed. He was ready, and the pitch wasn't as fast. That's usually when you see somebody go off balance. That's what's going on.
Yeah, getting way ahead of a pitch that's coming in. As that one going to get past the catcher there. Let's see, the catcher for the Gators, I will have to check on that. I believe, is it Joseph Rahill?
Yes, it is.
Who I do not believe is a batter for them, no.
No, he hasn't had an at-bat yet.
No, he is, let's see. In the batting order, it says he is in the P position, which comes directly after ninth. I'm not for sure what exactly the P stands for, I would assume.
I'm going to guess pitcher.
Pitcher?
And
okay.
Probably what that would be is if your pitcher didn't hit, they would normally put the pitcher there. So
I think that makes sense.
He's not batting. I mean, in baseball and softball, P is pitcher.
Yeah.
So I would guess that's what's going on. Full count.
But yeah, so Eric Barr has battled it back here, the senior. And he's going to take a cut at that one. It's going to pop up, coming right back behind us.
Kind of ducked, waiting for the boom on the roof over here. But
I think the headwind may have caught the ball just enough that it was able to leak over our heads there. But Eric Barr here now, still with the full count. Diceholm throws that one. Barr's going to pull it over to third base. The throw comes in, and looked like he caught it, but was not standing on the bag. Had to go a little bit too far reaching for it. So unfortunate there if you're a Gators supporter, but Eric Barr going to make it to first. And really solid hit there for him. And Cameron Shaw now steps up.
I'm going to have to ask Cameron about this because this is the third game. He's got different walk-up songs. His first one and his second one, and then his third one. I'll ask him when I see him again.
Yeah. He's got some interesting tunes going on, too. I believe not standard to have multiple walk-up songs, but
I don't know the story with that.
Well, you know Cameron's a very interesting guy, but he's going to watch ball one go by there. So we love to see Cameron get a first pitch ball because that increases the odds of a walk. But second pitch on the way here.
Oh,
he's going to pop that one up. And looks like second baseman is going to catch that one. Eric Barr going to stay on first over there. We do now have Isaac Seeger stepped up to bat. So one out after that pop out by Cameron Shaw there, unfortunately. We're going to see what Isaac Seeger can get done here. So Diceholm still throwing a very solid game so far. I mean, I'm sure Gators coach, you cannot complain about how he's thrown it on the mound so far this game.
There goes Eric.
And Eric looks like he is going to make it in there. And yes, second baseman's going to drop that one, but I think he still beat the throw. So fantastic little base stolen there by Eric Barr. I'm not for sure what his base stealing stats are looking like so far on the season. So let me check that out really quick.
I bet you'll find it in just a second.
And I have. So that will now make his sixth stolen base on 7 attempts. So not bad at all there from the senior.
About an 83% take, if I would. Well, I don't. Ooh. 6 over 7, you're the math person.
6 over 7, I believe that would be, See, I believe they go around 14% per number, so I'd say it's about an 86. But yeah, right in that wheelhouse though. Definitely in the 80s. That's a good number. Good number for him for sure. As both seniors, well, not both seniors. There's 3 seniors. There are 3, right? Yes, Drew, Cameron, and Eric. But both Cameron and Eric with very good stolen bases attempted percentages. So
yeah, and the 80s good for stolen base percentages, good for Neil Diamond.
Yes, fantastic era for sure. For music of all varieties, really, is Isaac Seeger going to pull that one down the third baseline. It's a fair ball. Eric Barr not going to be able to come in, and Isaac Seeger going to stay at first. No, he's going to second, and he's going to beat the throw, I think. Yes, he has.
Heads up base running there by Isaac Seeger.
So that's really solid play there. 2 runners now in scoring position. And we got Jared Harned up to bat. So going to see if he can knock in a couple RBIs here. That would be absolutely fantastic. And then we have Logan Henning coming up next, who was able to get on base last time after being walked. So
yeah, big moment here. If the chipping away of the lead, that's necessary, and this could be a time to do a little bit of that.
For sure, and this is the first time we've seen a mound visit by any player, and in this case,
for Greenwood,
the coach for Greenwood, as you know, they've had a very solid job defensively. They've given up they'd only given up 1 hit going into this inning, so definitely been a very solid job here. Looks like we got a little meeting going on between the base runners of the Fighting Tigers and then the batters that are coming up next, and hopefully Jared Harney can get a base hit here. Not really much else to say. Can maybe knock some runners around here. Get another couple runs in here. That will cut the deficit a little bit for sure. And Jared, who against the Gators last time, I believe, let's see, he went 0 for 2 at the plate. So that is unfortunate. But
this is redemption.
He was actually walked twice in that game. So on 4 at-bats, 2 walks, and then I believe 2 strikeouts. But going to foul tip that one off. If he can get one to the outfield here, or, honestly, even one caught in the outfield will still, I think, score a run. As you can see Eric Barr over there at third base in just fantastic position. Even a fly ball, as long as it is hit deep enough, will be sac fly material. So, and that will likely advance Isaac Seeger to third as well, I would think.
Yeah, and a hit to the gap would score 2.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. As 1-1 pitch on the way here. That one well in the dirt.
Well kept by Ray Hill, keeping that one in front of him.
Yeah. If that could have gotten past him, that would have been maybe some scaratory for the Gators.
For people who have not watched the softball game where that term was coined, after this pitch I'll explain it.
Yes. Harney going to foul off that one, so now 2 strikes on him now.
Yeah, scaratory is a word that when you combine scary territory, that was softball versus Hancock County, I believe, is when that one was coined. Maybe.
I believe that is correct. Or actually, that may have been Muhlenberg. I'm not for sure on that one. But either way, 2-2
that's
count.
Up the middle.
Oh, fantastic hit there by Jared Harnett. Isaac Seeger going to come
Way at
in.
the plate, not in time. Jared going for second. That
And
throw
he's
gets
made
away.
it there. Oh, my goodness. That's fantastic.
Oh,
And
he's going
Jared
to third.
going to third. The throw comes into third base.
Oh,
it
he's
misses the
it
third
missed-
baseman. Okay, but the left fielder was behind the third baseman.
Oh,
My
he's
goodness.
fired up.
Oh,
Fired
man.
up at third base.
You got to be absolutely pumped after that one. So what looked like what may have just been a single has now turned into a triple for Jared Arnett. It has scored 2 runs, a couple RBIs picked up for him. That is indeed a solid redemption story as Logan Henning steps back up now for the Fighting Tigers, who now only have a 2-run deficit, and the home crowd is pumped right now after that one.
I had thought that he had waited initially too long to try for third, but
And then he just went.
and then he got there.
Yeah. And I'm sure that's got to be a really tough throw from that position over there in center field too, with a runner in the baseline. So I don't know, but Logan Henning going to watch ball 1 go by here. So hopefully get a couple more of those going, and we may find ourselves back at the top of the lineup before we know it. Second pitch on the way here from Diceholm. And that one looked like also in the dirt, so 2-0 count now as Raheel making his way up to the mound here, having a little bit of a discussion with his pitcher. Umpire cleaning off home plate here, and
It's one of my favorite things about baseball when the umpire gets that brush out and wipes the plate. Very nice. I mean, I just enjoy that on a personal level.
I think it's a very
it's
cool.
satisfying.
Yes, it is very satisfying. Personally, I love cleaning things, so I think that is pretty cool. I love seeing things go from dirty to clean quickly. Henning going to pull that one a little bit left and foul it off, but was able to contact that ball pretty well there.
Yes.
So, 2-1 count here for him. And again, we do have Jared Harnett over there at third, so base hit here. We'll score him.
Deep fly ball could sacrifice him in.
It's going to foul that one off. Just gets a little bit underneath that, but that's now 2 balls in a row that he's been able to get the bat on. So Brett Hinton coming in to save the day, picking up that foul ball. Henning going to step into the batter's box here. Diceholm, 2-2 pitch here with 1 out. Pitch on the way here. And he's going to hit a ground ball there right between shortstop and third base. Jared Harnett comes in to score. And wow. So Logan Henning on 2 at-bats this game already has a single and then a walk on base, and which ended up turning into a run under his belt. So fantastic job offensively here for Logan Henning, the junior, I believe.
It's a big inning. And another mound visit. You know, with so many in a short span, you might be thinking pitching change here.
Yeah, that's definitely not outside the realm of possibility. And if you're the Gators, you are not happy about how this inning's gone so far defensively.
Yeah, there goes Diceholm. Looks like he's heading out to potentially right field. Slow walk. He's got to be feeling bad because he was having such a good game.
He really was. We kind of jinxed him a little bit. You were like, you don't want to bring up the no-hitter and then a home run, and now they've already given up 5 runs since then.
Well, there's this thing in the sports world, too. It's like the commentator's curse.
Oh, yeah.
Like you praise a player, and then something will go awry for him, or you say it's all just coincidental.
Oh, yeah. Everything is coincidental. There's no supernatural forces at work here, I don't think, at the Diamond today. One can certainly hope maybe not too much hurly-burly going on here at the mound.
The thing about never mind. Yes.
the thing about the hurly-burly. All right, either way.
Who is this on the mound for us, Lincoln? Have we gotten a chance?
Not for sure.
I think it's Flowers. Flowers.
I saw 2. I don't know. Is that the only number? I don't have a great perspective from here.
Yeah, I was kind of slow playing that one. It is Flowers.
Okay.
Sometimes, do you ever do that, Lincoln? You
Occasionally,
say, I think it's this when it's definitely that.
Yeah. So it is Wesley Flowers, the senior, who is currently batting second, and his number is 2.
Yeah.
So pretty nice coincidence there, and maybe not a coincidence. I don't know. Maybe they predetermined that. There's always the possibility, but either way,
if you start looking for them, you'll see them everywhere.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works. So Flowers coming onto the mound here. His ERA currently 3.86 on 16 innings pitched. He's only given up 18 hits, 9 earned runs. He has 18 strikeouts, and let's see. Currently has 6 games pitched. So pretty experienced for the Gators here. The most games pitched aside from Matthew Brown and Caden Whittle. So we're going to have to see what Flowers can get done on the mound here. I think he's had a pretty solid day of hitting. I think he's gotten on base twice out of 3 attempts. So,
yeah. Going back to this is just another fun coincidence. If you really want to look for stuff,
yeah.
Dice Home wears number 45. He's taken out in the 4th inning after giving up 5 runs. 4 or 5.
Well,
look out.
Now we are getting into scaratory as Brett Hinton, the freshman, is going to come up here to bat with Logan Henning on first. And we're back with Cole Proctor on deck here, so hopefully Brett Hinton can get a little base hit here. I think I'm not for sure on his hitting numbers so far this season. I will check that out, though, for you guys. As Brett Hinton, still only with 1 hit on the season. He does have 3 RBIs, though. He does have he's been walked 3 times, so.
Yeah, this would be a good time for hit number 2.
That would be perfect, or even a walk. That would be also fantastic here. And first pitch from Flowers there. That one called strike 1, little breaking ball in there.
It's got to be a good feeling for a new pitcher coming in the middle of a jam, first pitch strike.
Yep.
That'll settle him down nicely.
And I think Dice Holm did indeed go to right field. I'm not 100%
He
for
may
sure
have.
on that.
I saw him walk that way, but then he might have gravitated towards center.
And it is him over there in right field, yes. I see the 45.
Okay. Well, your eyes are much better than mine.
But yes, 1-1 count now for Brett Hinton. So pretty solid eye there to watch that one go by. Third pitch on the way. That one outside, so ball 2. A walk here could be very, very bad for Flowers to start off on the mound with 2 runners on base.
You got Cole Proctor over there waiting in the wings.
Who I don't think has gotten a hit this game, but he's contacted a couple to the outfield.
There goes Logan.
Hinting coming into second and plenty of time to spare as that throw a little bit wild over there.
What a catch. What a snag, though.
Yeah, he jumped up there.
That was impressive.
I'm not sure who was that. That was Matthew Brown?
Yes, Matthew Brown.
Who is
easily 2 feet off the ground.
Yeah, one of their leading pitchers, but has not batted in this game. So, as looked like a throw came in there. I'm totally lost on what happened there. Looked like maybe they threw back to second, and then Logan Henning just kind of wandered around lost. I don't know, but
I've got to confess I didn't see it because I was looking at the computer here for a quick glance, and I guess we'll have to go back and watch it. But one way or another, Logan Henning is out, and that's 2 outs.
So Brett Hinton here with 3-1 count here, 2 outs. As Flowers going to step off the mound here, probably feeling pretty good after not having to throw any pitches to get that out. The 3-1 on the way, that one in the dirt, as Brett Hinton now going to take first base. So now both Logan Henning and Brett Hinton, the last 2 batters in the rotation for the Fighting Tigers, have found first base just by getting walked. So pretty solid eyes there to watch those. As we've now got Cole Proctor stepping up to the plate. And looks like we are going to see a courtesy runner come on. I believe we saw Chase Hardesty come in the other day. But this time looks like we're going to see Camden DeWitt.
Yes, number 9.
Come on to run for the Fighting Tigers. As Proctor stepping up here trying to get a base hit. That would be fantastic. Again, 2 outs, so not the end of the world, if you get out and end up having to finish off in the top of the 5th here, but going to just try and keep things going. The Tigers still, though, trying to recover. They've got a 1-run deficit to come back from. Now certainly would not be a terrible time to do it. First pitch on the way. Proctor going to hit a nice little ground ball there, and shortstop can't quite contain that one, so DeWitt's going to make it to second. Proctor now on first, so 2 runners on. As we've now got, I believe, Drew Harding coming up. Definitely one of those batters we want to see coming up, particularly given he cranked one there.
He did.
In the bottom of the 3rd, so.
Yeah, and Flowers would have been watching that one go out from his position in second base, so
yes.
He is aware that that's happened, but as a batter, you cannot go into the box thinking, I will hit a home run.
Yeah, that is not the mentality you want. I mean, you want a mentality of, I'm going to hit this
Make
ball.
Make
or
good contact, put the bat on the ball, and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, don't want to be ripping at it every swing in the batter's box. But 1-0 count there. That one thrown well outside by Flowers there, who may still be trying to dial in his throwing a little bit, or his pitching a little bit, that is, sorry. But 1-0 count here for Drew Harding. So we can be a little bit choosy. I'm not sure.
Choosy, yes. I'd go with choosy.
So he's going to watch strike one go by there. So 1-1 count now. So again, runners on first and second. We've got Cole Proctor and Camden DeWitt on base here. And third pitch on the way from Flowers.
He was taking another good cut.
Harding
High.
may have been thinking home run there on that one.
If he had hit it, it would have gone.
Has that one going to be strike two now, following that swing and a miss there. So 2 out still. He's going to swing at that one. It's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman who picks it up, throws to second, but just barely beats Cole Proctor over there. Maybe
Cole got moving, almost beat that throw.
May have been a little more consistent to try and throw it over to first where Harding was going, but either way, going to pick up the third out of...
Big inning right there for the Tigers.
Yeah, that was a big inning for the Tigers there. They scored 3 runs, and just fantastic play overall there. We're able to get them in, and hopefully they can get it done defensively. So far, the defense has struggled a little bit. I'm assuming we're not going to see a pitching change. Looks like we are going to have Cole Proctor stay on the mound. He's done a very solid job so far, I think, pitching this game. I mean, obviously there have been, a few errors here and there. There have been some questionable throws, but really throwing back to the bag, we haven't lost anything. I mean, we've only gained on throwing back to the plate. We've throwing to first at least. That is, Cole Proctor does that pretty frequently. We were able to pick up an out doing that, and I don't know, not really much to say other than that as far as Proctor's performance is concerned. He's been hitting the strike zone. He's been throwing some very good strikes. There have been a few at bats where he's, had a batter with 2 strikes and 0 or 1 balls, and then eventually ended up forcing it into a little bit longer of a count than you'd like to see. But I think a lot of that can just be attributed to aggressive batting from the Gators. And I think they do a really good job contacting the ball, so not really much you can do other than just give them props for that. Just hope the Tigers' defense keeps it going here. I'm sure they've definitely got some momentum coming off that 3-run inning there.
3-run inning, 6-5 now on the scoreboard, within touching distance. And, in every game, there are going to be little subplots that are fun to watch. One of the ones I'm enjoying most today in this particular game versus Greenwood is Cole Proctor versus Bryson Brockman.
Yeah.
You were mentioning some of those pickoff attempts, and in that when Brockman gets on base, just Cole keeping him back there, and he got him.
Yep.
With that wonderful pickoff move.
And then on the other time he attempted to steal second, Harding just placed one perfectly at Isaac Seeger's glove, and just unfortunately they weren't able to convert the out there. But either way, I'm sure a lot of that can be attributed to Proctor trying to keep him at first and not being able to get as big of a lead as he may like as the leadoff batter. Either way, first pitch on the way here. That one going to be hit hard by Diceholm.
Yeah.
Yes, by the pitcher Diceholm. They're not going to go to left field. It is fielded, though, easily enough that he's kept at a single, but probably not the start you wanted on your first pitch there in the top of the 5th. Either way, now stepping up to bat for the Gators is, let's see, I believe
Connor Shear.
It is indeed Shear, the senior.
Listed at 6'2".
And certainly looks like it.
Yeah, got some height.
And I'm sure that helps him to get a little bit more movement on the bat, as that ball going to be thrown in the dirt there. No steal attempt from Diceholm, though.
Yeah, well kept in front by Drew there.
And I think Drew has done a fantastic job of that. There have been a few opportunities where Rahill's kind of let a couple slip past him that have cost the Gators, but I don't think Drew Harding's really had any blunders catching for the Tigers. I think he's done a great job so far.
Catching a good game.
So the 1-0 pitch here from Proctor. That one going to be called strike 1. A little outside breaking ball there. So not bad there from Cole Proctor. It's a fantastic strike to throw, particularly down 1-0 in the count. Setting up, he throws back to first. And not really much to do there, as Diceholm's going to make it back with relative ease. So Shear now just trying to get a base hit here for the Gators. Proctor trying to prevent any sort of antics as he's going to throw back to first once again. I'm sure it's got to be a little bit intimidating as a base runner watching Cole keep throwing back over to first. I mean, you can't take too big of a lead.
Yeah, it might get maybe a foot closer, the runner, maybe, but that makes a big difference.
Particularly, we saw that steal attempt from Brockman that was nearly picked off, but you lose that extra couple of feet there having to keep getting back to the bag, and you're missing out on a lot trying to steal the base. So, and that can even be the difference between if somebody hits, a base hit double, being able to make it from first all the way around to home plate. As Proctor going to throw back to first once again.
Yeah.
So the 2-1 now, hopefully on the way here for Shear. And I'm sure sitting in the batter's box, having to watch the pitcher set up and then keep throwing them over is not the most fun thing ever. Wow. Looks like, did Henning contain that? It was hard to tell.
That was totally obstructed from my viewpoint.
Yeah,
Lincoln.
I'm really not sure. I think it may have been Henning's sunglasses fell off when he caught that. And so, no, he did drop it. So, no out there. Okay, that was very difficult to observe from my angle because I had Burnett, Beecham, and Henning all run in to try and catch that foul ball. But
so, no out.
No, so Shear is going to...
The crowd went wild for something.
I know. It looked like it originally was going to be an out.
Ooh, fair ball.
Wow, that one blasted down the third baseline there.
I don't think it's going to score the run.
No, it certainly isn't. Diceholm barely even able to make it to third there. Nice throw there from Eric Barr to get it to Jared Harned. But now 2 runners in scoring position, no outs on the board. So, not fantastic. Looks like we're going to see courtesy runner, I'm guessing, is... No, Shear's just taking off the ankle brace there.
Yeah, number 11, the coach, looks very young. Like, I keep getting him confused for players. So, shout out to youthful coaches over there.
Yeah. And I think the coaches have been very actively involved in what the Gators have been doing, as well as the Tigers. I mean, you saw the mound visit there, or a couple of mound visits there in that last inning with Diceholm. And I'm going to have to see, Fighting Tiger is going to have to really get something done defensively here. Runners on second and third, so only one force out to be made over there at first. And Proctor going to throw a fantastic breaking ball there. Came a little bit inside. And this is indeed Cade Thornton, who hit a pretty much line drive home run to right field there in the
second inning.
I believe it was top of the second, yes. The first pitch of the second inning. So 0-1 count for him. Second pitch on the way, that one in the dirt. Contained nicely there by Drew Harding, though. So 1-1 count. And the Tigers really going to have to get something done. Particularly in a scenario with no outs on the board and with somebody who's already got a home run under their belt on the game. I mean, you definitely don't want any ball to get past your infield here if you want to not give up any runs. So the 1-1 on the way. That one... Little breaking ball in there. Looked like maybe a little bit low. Couldn't really tell. But
yeah, low and inside. And if the Tigers can get out of this without allowing a run, it would be,
it would have to be
monumental.
Yeah, it would have to be
for a
like
word.
Prolific pitching performance to get out of this with no runs allowed. Because, defensively, I can't really conceive of any way you can make plays in the infield to contain this from being no outs unless they're all just flyouts.
If the ball is hit hard enough,
it will score a run here no matter what.
But if it's hit hard in the infield on the ground, they may go home.
Yeah.
If they can. I'd say now with only a 1-run lead, if it's an infield grounder, they're going to go home with it.
Is Thornton going to just catch underneath that one? Going to foul that one off over towards the Greenwood fans. So he's still sitting at a 2-2 count here. Definitely don't want to walk the bases loaded. That would be less than ideal. As we're going to have to see what Proctor's got in him on the mound. Going to have to persevere a good bit here if he wants to get out of this one with Upright on deck now. 2-2 pitch. That one called outside there. I thought that was perfect, honestly. I don't know, but maybe a little high, maybe a little outside. But now a full count here. Definitely not the situation you want to find yourself in with no outs, runners on second and third. But Thornton here still battling at this at bat. Proctor also still battling here. Pitch on the way. That little breaking ball in there is going to walk him in. So now runners on for second and third. We've got the bases loaded. Stepping up to bat now for the Gators is Zach Upright.
Bases loaded with no outs.
Yeah.
We've seen a double play. Isaac Seeger doing that earlier, turning that one, fielding it, stepping on the bag and throwing to first. Will we see the rare triple play?
That would be incredibly impressive. Hopefully we can see that. As looks like Bright going to step out of the batter's box here. But yeah, still bases loaded. If we were to see a triple play, that would be fantastic. That would be one of the best plays we could possibly see here. As Proctor here, no pitches so far in this at bat. That one, yeah, I was going to say that was definitely a strike. Has a nice little breaking ball in there to the outside corner. It's 0-1 count now. Just going to have to be pretty fantastic pitching and then pretty good job fielding here. This is the 0-1 pitch now on the way for Proctor. Fires that one in there. That one going to be pulled a little too far left. That one's going to go foul. And, I mean, really there's a lot of scenarios I can think of, at least as a batter, where you would rather, or at least, from an offensive perspective, where you'd rather have just the runners on second and third. But with the runner on first, having a force out at home plate really changes the dynamic defensively.
It does. The throw will come home if it's in the infield here.
Yeah. So 2-2 count here for Upright. We certainly do not want to walk in a run. That would not be good at all. But hopefully Proctor can throw probably a little curveball here into the bottom right corner. And
got
him there. Fantastic pitch. And seems I once again spoke that one into existence, the little breaking ball into the outside corner.
Well, Lincoln, let's test your commentary powers.
All right.
What's going to happen in the at-bat for Matthew Brown here?
And this is interesting, actually, because we saw Paul Smith in this position earlier, not Matthew Brown.
You got to make your prediction.
I feel like it's going to be a fly out to left, but I don't know.
Okay.
If that's correct, I will be stunned. But he's going to watch strike one go by there, that exact same pitch that Proctor just threw. A little breaking ball to the outside corner.
You were making a point about Paul Smith, I believe.
Yes, he was in that eighth batting position, and Brown has now I believe you said it was Brown. Yes, it is Brown. The senior's coming to bat in this position. My computer has died, so the stats are gone. But But I believe Brown's a very solid hitter on the season, so I'm not sure why he wasn't in this position to start with. But that one going to be called a high ball there.
Do you have your adapter?
Yes, I will probably plug it in
that between innings
in the middle of the inning here. But
so we take our mid-fifth break.
Yes, so 2-1 count now for Brown. Pitch on the way from Proctor. That one going to be called strike two. I don't know, the flyout chance looking a little bit low now that I've predicted it. But
well, the thing about that, this pitch is going to be one that I would expect the batter to take a swing at.
I think that's definitely a solid enough guess.
He should have.
Wow.
He's down.
I actually thought that was a ball from my perspective. I don't know, but it's called strike three. So
yeah, you hate to be a batter for either team, any level, and watch a third strike. It's a sinking feeling.
And that one really just great pitch from Cole Proctor, and I'm sure probably some very good framing from Drew Harding. As not really much else you can do about that one as a batter, as we've now got Caden Whittle.
Strike one.
Wow. Cole Proctor throwing the pitches right now right where he wants them.
He was. He's dealing, as they say.
I mean, I think in the last two at-bats, he's thrown 3 of those little breaking balls to the bottom right corner, and it has just been perfectly positioned. And it looked like he'd done it again there for a second, but that one called a ball, so 1-1 count here.
It was close, but it's a little high, I believe.
The Fighting Tigers have contained the offense so far here.
That's strike two.
Wow. It's Proctor throwing him to that outside edge, and the batter's just not swinging at him.
And the umpire is consistent, and that's what's so important for an umpire. Those outside pitches for the right-handed batters, he's giving us strikes.
Yeah. And that one definitely a little bit too far outside, but going to be called ball two. So a 2-2 count. And really speaking about this, I don't want to jinx anything too crazy, but if he were to strike him out here.
Don't say it, Lincoln. I've been trying not to say it myself. No.
All right. 2-2 count here. Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
And Cole Proctor has done it. Went from no outs with bases loaded, struck out 3 consecutive batters. And what I was going to say there going into that pitch was that would have been a very unfortunate position for the Fighting Tigers because had they not gotten any of those outs with those 3 consecutive strikeouts, that would have been back to the top of the order for the Gators.
Wow. Now, I remember when we had that situation where the bases were loaded with no outs, I started a sentence and then was at a loss for words to say, if we get out of this jam, it would be, and I paused 3 seconds, settle for monumental, but you made the point, it would take some phenomenal pitching, and look at that.
I mean, Cole Proctor just did a fantastic job there. Not really much else you can ask for out of a pitcher. I mean, was able to contain the batting of the Gators there at a level that was honestly unprecedented because,
that was impressive. That was, for those who paid to come in today, that was worth the ticket price to watch that.
For sure. In golf, there's this thing people say, you always hit that one shot that always makes you want to come back the next day. That was the move right there by Proctor to make him want to come back the next day. So the Fighting Tigers go back here into the bottom of the 5th. We were originally going to take a break, but I think we're just going to stick with you guys here.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going into the bottom of the 5th. The Fighting Tigers, after 3 consecutive strikeouts by Cole Proctor, have managed to keep it at a 1-run deficit. And we now have Wyatt Burnett, the 3rd batter for the Fighting Tigers, up to the plate, followed by Eric Barr. So
the heart of the order.
We're going to have to see
3, 4, 5
how things go for the Fighting Tigers here. I'm sure one good hit here could very much change the dynamic of this game. And it could have done it in the top of the 5th as well. Just that didn't happen to be the one that really changed the scoreboard.
Yeah, this is brewing up to be quite the storm of fun finishes.
And that's another little golf comparison I was going to make is there's no pictures on a scorecard. There's no pictures on the scoreboard either. Like you wouldn't anticipate a 0-run inning having the bases loaded with no outs. But, I mean, that's exactly what Cole Proctor did. So
yeah, no pictures on the scorecard.
That's always a fun one.
What's that mean, Lincoln?
Really, it's like if you're to make a par, but you hit your drive absolutely horrendous. Like you hit it just miles offline, and you somehow manage to scramble back into play, and then hit on the green and make just a ridiculous putt. There's no pictures on the scorecard.
Nice. 0-2 pitch here.
That one called ball 1, but looked like probably a strike there.
A wry smile from Wes Flowers on the mound for that one. He thinks that one should have been strike 3.
Flowers trying to pick up a quick first out here. That going to be a ground ball to shortstop, who picks it up, throws to first, and Burnett going to be the first out of the inning here. And a little bit of an unfortunate break for him. It looked like that one was hit pretty close to how he wanted it. Maybe could have squared it up a little bit more, but Eric Barr steps up now. Flowers, I'm sure, a little bit happy following that out. And I don't know. Not really a ton left to say here. Eric Barr jumping up to bat now after, I believe, he got on base earlier.
He did.
First pitch on the way from Flowers here. That one was similar to the pitch we saw Cole Proctor throw a few times. That was called a strike, but that one called a ball. Maybe a little home field advantage there. I don't know. As Barr going to foul off the second pitch there. Well right.
Yeah, speaking of home field, the construction project over at Breckinridge County High School still ongoing, but closing on being finished every day. Closing in every day.
All right. Well, we've been told, which hopefully be done by the tournament, Eric Barr going to ground that one to the exact same spot Burnett did, and he's going to be thrown out in the exact same fashion. So 2 outs now here for Flowers on, I believe, now 5 pitches. And but yes, so we've been told that the construction over at the high school at the new ball field should be done by tournament time, if I'm not mistaken. Is that what we've been told?
I think that's the goal.
Okay.
As Cameron Shaw has his 3rd different walk-up song.
And yes, it has.
Strike 1.
So he's going to watch strike 1 go by there, and that was that little breaking ball into the outside corner once again.
Flowers working fast here.
Yeah, we saw that a lot from Cole Proctor, especially in the early innings, throwing just really fast out of the gate, like not giving the batters a lot of time to really appreciate their time standing there. Cameron Shaw.
That's a little high.
Going to fly that one to left field, and that one's caught with not really a lot of space between the left fielder and the fence, but it's going to be a 3-up, 3-down inning for Flowers on, I think, less than 10 pitches thrown there.
Definitely. Maybe 7.
I think that's a good guess. I'm not 100% for sure on that, but that was right there in that area. But now we go into the top of the 6th as the Tigers, unfortunately, no hits there in that inning, although 3 balls contacted there. Didn't pick up a whole lot as far as momentum is concerned. I mean, maybe those batters feeling a little bit better now that they've gotten some contact on the ball. But anyway, they are only going to have 2 more at-bats to try and get this one done. And I guess there is always the possibility the Tigers take the lead in the bottom of the 6th, and then Greenwood doesn't end up taking the lead back by the top of the 7th. But I don't know. That's just me throwing out hypothetical situations that could occur. Either way, we now have a pitching change for the Fighting Tigers, I believe.
Yeah, that looks like Logan Henning on the mound.
Looks like it is indeed Logan Henning, who has now found the bases twice with a ground ball single in the bottom of the 4th, and then he was walked to get on base in the bottom of the 3rd. So I believe he has scored as a runner twice already in this game, so pretty solid performance. Maybe that's why they're opting to put him on the mound here. Yeah. He's got some momentum going for him. So far this season, he's only pitched 3 games. He's got 7 innings under his belt, given up, 8 hits, 4 earned runs, so he's got an ERA of 4 currently. So, not terrible. Hopefully he can step up there, get a few batters out. I mean, I know, stats never tell the whole story of how a pitcher's doing. Stats are never going to be able to accurately predict what's going to happen in a game. That's just not how things work.
Yeah, I mean, there's no pictures on the scorecard.
Exactly. And we've now got Logan Henning on the mound, throwing a few warm-up pitches here. And, there's a couple good pitches in a row there, looking like right down in that outside part of the strike zone there.
Yeah, it does put an end to one of my favorite subplots of today, which was Cole versus Brockman.
Yeah, that's true. And I think Brockman actually is going to be coming up to bat here, yes.
Yeah, and looks like Jared Harned may have slid over to second base with Cole sliding to third for the defensive alignment.
Yes, and Bryson Brockman here. So back to the top of the order for the Greenwood Gators after leaving the bases loaded on 3 consecutive at-bats in the top of the 5th. So now we enter the top of the 6th, back to the top of the order with a new pitcher for the Fighting Tigers. We're going to see how Logan Henning does here with his first time on the mound today. Lines up for the first pitch, fires it in there. That one a little bit in the dirt, and we called ball 1. So Henning looking to get it going here on the mound pretty quickly. If we can get a few quick outs here, maybe get some momentum going for the bats.
Yeah, we had that great opportunity for that in our last half inning after Cole just majestically struck out the side.
Yeah.
Or struck out 3.
And then Flowers promptly put an end to that momentum. So that one going to be called ball 3 there, a little bit outside.
Yep, 3-0. This is most coaches would say do not swing at this pitch. We'll see what Brockman does.
And he's going to watch it. It is strike 1, so I honestly would never swing 3-0, honestly.
It's the kind of thing if you do and you miss, you're going to hear it. You're going to hear it.
And he swings at the 3-1. It's going to be a ground ball to Cole Proctor, who fires over to first.
My favorite subplot continues. Cole versus Brockman.
And they are going to get him out there with relative ease. That's going to be the first out of the inning. So pretty good start there for Logan Henning. Got a little behind in the count, but was able to pick up a nice little ground ball out. So stepping up now is the pitcher for the Gators, Wes Flowers.
Wes Flowers.
So Henning here stepping up on the mound.
Can really tell the wind has basically stopped. It's very quiet now.
Yeah. As nearly hits him with that one, and it was kind of interesting. It looked like Flowers was going to duck away from him, but his duck was more towards the plate. It was kind of interesting.
Are you implying that he was leaning in to initiate contact?
I don't know. There's always a possibility in there, but it looked a little suspicious to me. He's going to ground that one to Seager, and he cannot quite contain that one. Flowers looked like he'd given up on that play. He looked like Seager, as soon as it hit his glove, Flowers kind of stopped running the baseline, and then
did he? Okay.
He took off again once he saw that Seager hadn't picked it up. But
I didn't see that.
Yeah, that was why he barely beat that throw.
Oh, I'm worried, Lincoln, now that you mentioned that. I guess since he's a pitcher, they're going to courtesy run. But if he did stop, well, he might get a little reminder to run through. Hey, a little clap, run through the bag.
Yeah, he was moving a little bit slow there to get to the base, considering that ball got past Seeger for a second. But anyway, Henning now throwing at his third batter here. I'm not sure who came in as a courtesy runner there. I will have to check the number. It may be 15?
I think you're right. I saw a 5, and it was a 2-digit number, and it's not Dice Home. So, yes, process of elimination. Who is number 15, Lincoln?
It will be Jackson Petty, the 6'2" outfielder, and he is a senior. So, they nearly got him there. And Henning going to throw back to Burnett at first there, and they nearly got him.
I love the smile from Logan Henning.
Yeah.
Because it was close.
He thought he had him.
He did.
Still no pitches thrown here yet to, I believe, our third batter, Morrison here.
And I would think to be a courtesy runner, one would have to have some speed.
For sure. I can see why they would do that.
So we'll see if he tries to steal.
And he's going to jump back, that time with plenty of time to spare. I think they're really trying to keep him from running as fast as they can.
Well, when something like this, I just expect him the next time that Logan goes home, I expect the runner to go.
So still no pitches thrown in this at bat to Morrison. Nice pitch there from Logan Henning, just a little bit on that outside edge, and going to be called strike one there as Morrison watches it go by. So again, we still do have Jackson Petty over there at first. And Burnett sitting on the bag waiting to tag him if Henning is to throw over there. And you can see Petty really not taking as big of a lead off as some of the other runners have. He's, I don't know, I'd say at least a solid 8-9 inches off the end of the dirt spot. So
yeah.
And I'm sure that may be partially the result of, I'm not for sure who was thrown out. It was Brockman, correct? That got thrown out while stepping off the bag. So
very true.
And they did nearly catch Petty there, so I'm sure he's obviously a little hesitant as well.
He's had a couple that have been close.
Yeah. So either way, Harding and Henning, after having a little bit of a short conversation there at the mound, Henning's going to throw the second pitch, and that one's going to be just too far outside there for Drew to be able to catch. So Petty is going to slip on over to second. Still one out with 1 ball, 1 strike. No runs scored so far this inning by the Gators. Fighting Tigers still with a 1-run deficit. As Henning going to need to throw some good pitches here to get himself out of the inning with a runner on second now. So Morrison has still only had to watch 2 pitches go by in this few minutes that he's been at bat.
Yeah. A lot of runner, checking the runner on the bases, but here's another one coming home.
Third pitch on the way, that one in the dirt. So 2-1 count now. Henning trying to pick up the second out of this inning here. Doesn't look like anybody really in position to tag Petty over there on second. And again, we talked about earlier how difficult it is to make that little throwback from home plate. Or from the mound, that is, sorry. And that one going to be a fly ball deep to center. Looks like Cameron Shaw going to be in position to catch it. Catches it over there in Scaratory. And looks like Petty going to make it to third, though, with plenty of time. Was conscious of the fact that he needed to tag up there. So going to make 2 outs now for the Fighting Tigers. Logan Henning now. If he can just get a fly out or a ground out or even a strikeout, anyone would get it done here with no runner scoring. So just don't want to give up a base hit. Even a walk is acceptable here, but Dice Holm, who is batting cleanup for the Gators here.
And he can hit. It's a danger here.
That is for sure. That one going to be called strike one there, just on that outside edge, and that's just a great pitch. As a batter, you're going to have a lot of trouble contacting that one. If your tempo is off at all swinging at that outside pitch, it's very difficult to hit one.
Yes.
Second pitch on the way here from Henning. That one a little bit high there. As Harding going to take a look over there to third base to see what our man Jackson Petty's doing. Didn't seem like much as he was looking him off pretty quickly. So 1-1 count now. Henning with the third pitch on the way. That one in the dirt. Harding able to recover it just fine, able to contain that one. So 2-1 now. And not really much to see here other than Henning just trying to pick up that third out now. Fourth pitch on the way. That one cranked to left field. I believe that one's gone.
Eric's under it.
And, oh, wow, that was close there. But Eric Barr going to get under it, pick up the third out there. So the Fighting Tigers going to make it away with no runs given up there. And a pretty good pitching performance from Logan Henning.
Yeah, got out of the inning, no runs allowed. That ball, the difference between a home run and a flyout is incredibly marginal and little underneath that one. And if he had hit it just, I don't even know the exact, a millimeter.
Yeah, millimeter.
Higher on the bat, probably would have been over the fence. But they say that's the way it goes. I don't know if that's
it really
insane,
is. It's a sport of inches, or I guess probably even less than that. But it's a sport of microns even, particularly when talking about things like a ball getting over the fence. But either way, pretty solid pitching performance there from Logan Henning to come in. He's had a great game so far, and I believe we may see him about to come up to bat, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So
the stage is set.
Stage is set for the young man here. Well, I call him a young man, but only a year younger than I am. So either way, I'm going to see what he can get done as
I could take it. The stage is set for the young man here. There,
yes.
Make it a little younger than me.
So apologies, it is actually Seeger up to bat. I forgot they'd switched that around. I was thinking Logan was batting after Cameron. But no, we're going to see Isaac and then Jared and then Logan, I think. So we're going to have to see what happens here. Fighting Tigers need to get it done. They only have 2 more at-bats to do it. So
yeah, and one of the interesting developments today, when thinking about the first time these two teams played each other, that game did not seem very competitive.
No.
And here we are, bottom of the 6th, 1-run game with some batters coming up that we know have gotten on for Breckinridge County and able to hit the ball. And, you know, Jared, his at-bat, he drove in 2.
Yeah.
I believe Isaac was one of those 2 that was on.
Mm-hmm.
Jared heads-up play getting over to third after
some very interesting defensive play from the Gators, but yeah.
So anything could happen here. So if you are watching this, don't skip ahead. Just buckle up and watch.
We've had a very active bottom of the order today for sure. He's doing a great job. So Isaac Seeger here going to watch the first pitch from Flowers. Going to pull that one left, and wow, I cannot believe that ball was caught. It was just line drive and pretty much caught it out of the dirt. So, I mean, woo. Heads-up defensive play there by Morrison to catch that one, but wow, Seeger probably thought he was maybe getting extra bases out of that one as that one was hit hard. But Jared Harnett steps up now here. First pitch from Flowers on the way. That one called strike 1, a little bit high, but a pretty good pitch there from Flowers. So already with 1 out on the board, that one's a little bit of a momentum killer, but hopefully they can get it done. That one called strike 2, maybe a little bit low there.
Yeah, when the stage was set.
Curtain's now closing a little bit.
Dropping.
Curtain closing a little bit after Jared Harnett going to strike out there. So that is now 3 pitches, 2 outs. Sorry, 4 pitches, that is, 2 outs for Flowers.
Yes.
And, Henning now steps up. Maybe he can get on base once again. That would be very impressive for him. And would make for a fantastic game for him so far, as he's going to watch strike 1 go by.
It's that same low pitch that the umpire's been calling it all day. So
you love to see consistency, really.
You do.
That's the big thing. That one a little bit too in the dirt. As going to be called ball 1 there for Henning. If he could manage to get walked onto base here, that would be fantastic. But we're going to see. He could also get a base hit. That's certainly not out of the question. We saw him do it earlier. That one called ball 2 there, a little bit too far outside. So now getting right around 5 p.m. here, still a just fantastic evening for baseball. That one going to be pulled and popped up to the left over by the Gator dugout there. So now a 2-2 count here for Logan Henning, who was on the mound in the top of the 6th for the Fighting Tigers. And I'm sure after that performance, we'll see him in the top of the 7th as well.
Very likely. Time will tell, as it always does.
So he's going to foul that one off, still battling for that, and that was definitely going to be a strike if he didn't swing at it. So it's one of those you got to swing at. It was a little breaking ball there towards the outside low corner. So Henning here battling with a 2-2 count. And called ball 3 there, a little bit high.
The count full, the tension palpable.
For sure. We are right in that time where anything can happen in this game with it being this close. And he's going to walk on over to first. He has now reached the base on all 3 of his at-bats. So, fantastic day for the man here. As Brett Hinton now steps up once again. Hopefully he can get on base.
He walked last at-bat. And you have said, I believe, he's got 1 hit so far this season.
Yes. Looking to pick up a second.
This is time for number 2. Hit number 2. Flowers, where's number 2? Coincidence? Well,
maybe. We'll see.
We'll have to, and he's got a number 26. He's going to get his 2nd hit of the season in the 6th inning. It's just all right there.
So,
I mean, we don't even have to watch. Just close your eyes.
I believe Logan Henning, last time he got on base, was thrown out while attempting to steal well, he was on second, thinking about stealing third. It was just kind of an unfortunate situation for him, but they've now thrown over to first twice, so I'm assuming they're anticipating steal here. And he's not taking a huge lead, really. He's a couple feet away from the end of the dirt there.
It would be reckless to be caught here. Or it would be not reckless, but I guess unfortunate would be a good word.
For sure, especially with the top of the order coming back here. If they're able to get some people on. We know Cole Proctor could knock a few home, which would be fantastic. So ball 1 here for Brett Hinton already. He's going to swing at that one. It's going to be a ground ball to second. They're going to flip it on over to second base. It's going to pick up the 3rd out of the inning, but Fighting Tiger is going to come back with the top of the order in the bottom of the 7th. So if they can keep this one shut out pretty well against the Gators, then we could see some fun action.
And Lincoln, you just said the biggest word in the history of sports. If.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
big if.
They're going to need to get it done defensively. Hopefully they have a similar inning to the last one. Judging by the general direction that Logan Henning is walking out there, it seems he is going to stay on the mound. So he gave up, I believe, only 1 hit in the top of the 6th. So I'm trying to think. Didn't give up any runs, but only got the 1 runner to third. So we're going to see what he can get done here. And not sure what part of the lineup are we in for the Gators. I believe the last batter.
That's a good question.
I think
it
just Diceholm? I think we may be at Shear.
Yes.
I'm not actually for sure on that.
That is Shear in the on deck position. Yes, it is.
All right.
Standing 6'2".
Yeah. Indeed. He's coming in, and I think he's had an okay day at the plate. I think maybe, will this be his 4th or 5th at bat? I'm not for sure.
4.
I think so. I think he has 2 hits someday, but that could be totally wrong. This is just me thinking.
You know what we need to start doing?
Keeping some numbers.
Writing stuff down.
Yeah, we need to start being more cognizant of what's going on. Anyway.
Well, short-handed today, but
yeah, that's how it is sometimes on the grounds.
Good to have you.
Well, it's nice to have you here as well.
Well,
so although you are the operator of the of the show, so
hardly.
It's the first pitch on the way there. I'm going to be called ball 1. Going to be a little low there. Kind of hard to tell what the pitch was. It didn't look like it had a ton of break. It looked like kind of dropped. So I'm assuming some sort of curve. Second pitch on the way. That one going to be a fly ball. Isaac Seeger right in his wheelhouse there. Going to catch that one without much difficulty. Looked like Henning jammed him up a little bit there, so he wasn't able to contact that one great. And Henning has done a pretty solid job so far. Hopefully he can keep it up.
Yeah, trusting his defense to make plays, and they have his back.
And we've got Cade Thornton up now once again. He's had a home run early in the game. We're going to have to see what he can do here.
Yeah, the wind has almost stopped entirely. None.
Yeah.
Although it's still swirling around in the trees out in center field.
And wow, that was ball had a lot of break in it, and it was just a little bit too low coming in there, but going to be called ball 1 there for Thornton, that is, sorry. So 1-0 count here for Henning. Second pitch on the way, and that's great little outside fastball once again, so 1-1 count now. So Henning, with not as much speed as Proctor or Seeger, but definitely has been moving the ball around a lot in the strike zone. That one's going to be a little bit low. It's a 2-1 count now. So Henning just going to try and continue to get it done here. Fighting Tigers come back to the top of the order once the
I couldn't see that pitch, and from my perspective, I thought he was going to hit the batter, but
I thought it was going to hit him as well whenever I saw Drew's glove go over there on the other side of him. But 3-1 pitch, and that one I thought looked like a strike there just on the outside edge, but it's going to walk Thornton on over to first. So we're going to see up next for the Gators is Upright, the senior, which I believe he is listed as a designated hitter. So he's filling that position of not playing on the field, but is batting for them. So Henning here looking to, I was going to say, I was almost certain he was going to throw back there whenever I saw Thornton take that big of a lead off first, and he did throw back. So going to see what happens here. And they nearly got him. He did not have much time to get back there, and he's taking another pretty big lead. I think they got him. Yep, they did. Fantastic. That's now the second runner they've picked off, and wow, you cannot take that big of a lead back-to-back throws and then expect to not get thrown out. Wow. So fantastic work there by Logan Henning and Wyatt Burnett to be able to really get that play executed. So that's now 2 outs. That's a huge play.
Yes, nobody on base now as well.
And let's see what Upright can do here. First pitch on the way. That one in the dirt. It's going to be called ball 1. 1-0 count now.
And looking at it from the Greenwood perspective, talking about little things making a big difference, that's 2 runners now that they've had picked off.
Yeah. And that one going to be popped up. Looks like it's coming right back behind us.
And hit something metallic.
Yeah, sounded like it hit maybe a pole of some kind. I don't actually know.
I was not expecting that sound.
Yeah, I was expecting more of a thunk.
Yeah, more of a ping right there.
But 1-1 count now. And that's fantastic little strike right in there on the outside edge. One more good pitch could do it here.
It could.
To get the Fighting Tigers back to the top of the order. Just going to need one more, maybe a little outside breaking ball here. And I thought that one was the one for a second. Oh, my.
So did he. So did Logan.
He's got that little smirk.
So did the folks above us. So did the people on the bleachers to our right.
Yeah. So.
But there's only one person whose opinion matters on that one.
That is true. Very true. And I feel like the umpire has been pretty consistent, so I will give him that. So 3-2 count now. That one definitely in the dirt. No question about that one being a ball.
Big moment here. The difference between the feeling of going into the dugout after an out here versus not.
And that one he called strike 3. The runner thought he was good to walk.
Oh.
He is not happy about that one. And the umpire also not happy about him throwing his bat. And my goodness, what a pitch from Logan Henning.
What a pitch. And kind of a delayed called third strike.
Yeah, the umpire's been a little late with the strike calls. I'm not really sure why. It's thrown me off a few times. I've been like, oh, that should have been a strike, and then it was. But
now, I really like the umpire's delivery, though. Like, he's not making a giant strike. He's just very relaxed, very composed.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And I think that was why Upright thought he got walked for a second. It was a little bit of delayed call, and then he was certainly not happy whenever he found out that he was indeed out.
Well, Lincoln, as games go, here we have been presented a situation that is, it just needs to be framed, needs to be set up. We need the folks at home to get excited for this. Take it away.
Well, we are right here jumping into the bottom of the 7th inning, which will be the final inning of the game, unless we, of course, have a tie at the end of the 7th, which put us into extra innings. We're back to the top of the order. We've got Flowers on the mound for the Gators. We have the leadoff batter, Cole Proctor, coming up. I believe he has 1 hit on the game. He's had some struggles at the plate today, but he's made some very good contacts. We know he can get on base. And again, with the top of the order here for the Fighting Tigers, anything could happen. They've got the momentum going their way after Logan Henning had that, I guess what would technically be a 3-up, 3-down inning, and had a couple good innings there shutting out the Gators, and just fantastic work from him. So now we've got Cole Proctor stepping up to bat for the Fighting Tigers. This is a incredibly important situation for him. He batted 2 for 3 against the Gators last time. I'm sure he's got it in him to get on base here, and once he gets on, he can move around. So I'm sure if he gets on with no outs, I bet we can definitely get a run in. He's going to hit that one. It's going left center. Center fielder comes in, just sliding a catch on that one. What a play there.
That was a phenomenal catch.
And that was
out there in center field.
In case you were curious, that is Cade Thornton, the man who hit the home run that currently gives the Gators their 1-run lead. So, yeah. Wow, I thought that could have been definitely a base hit there.
Yeah, it was dropping, but.
So, pretty good contact for Cole Proctor there, but Drew Harding steps up now.
He's going to get another catching opportunity.
Oh, gosh. That one just comes in a little bit too high to left center. So, that's now 2 pitches thrown, 2 outs.
Yep.
This is a big at-bat for Wyatt Burnett here. We need to get on base.
Lincoln, you did such a great job setting the scene for this inning, and I feel like we just blinked and we have 2 outs.
Yeah, we've already made it 67% of the way through the inning here. Burnett is going to ground it over to first. It's stopped.
Nobody's covering the bag.
Nobody covers the bag. Burnett is going to make it safe. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wow. Our hearts were dropping, and then we look, and nobody's on the base.
You could see Flowers just was not over there fast enough. I guess he thought that who is it over there on first? I thought it might have been Smith, but I'm not for sure on that. No, it's Shear. Shear on first. I guess they just thought he had more time than he did, but
could that have been Flowers? He played second base most of the game, just not thinking I need to get over there. Who knows?
I don't know, but either way, Burnett over on first now. Eric Barr steps up, the senior here, gonna watch strike 1 go by.
And we are in the position where one swing could send us home with the walk-off.
Yeah.
But let's just watch and see what happens.
They're gonna throw back to first. Man. If he got thrown out at first in this game, that would be a tragedy.
If this game ends with a Breckinridge County victory, the Greenwood coaching staff probably going to be a little frustrated with that.
Upset.
With that play with nobody covered, because that was an easy play to make.
I think so, yes. So 1-1 pitch on the way here for Eric Barr.
Oh, Burnett's going. He's going to be thrown out.
Oh, no. And Burnett takes off towards second, but looked like maybe a little bit of a late
I'm not quite sure
play. I'm not sure, but he was thrown out with a pretty good bit of time to go. And that's just an unfortunate play, so no opportunity for Eric Barr to walk one off. But, wow, that was a close one. That one really stings, as a loss. But, I mean, you cannot complain about how the Fighting Tigers played.
No.
I mean, threw out 2 batters who were, just edging a little too far away from first base there. They did a great job.
Yeah.
Pretty good pitching from Cole Proctor, and Logan Henning came in and did a great job.
He did.
Got on base all 3 of his at-bats, had 2 scoreless innings pitching against the Gators. I mean, that's great for him, and, he'll still be back here next season. But, man, that one really hurts for the Fighting Tigers. They did a great job to battle against this team who pretty much thrashed them last time.
Yeah.
So
good showing. Tough way for it to end, but the tough ending does not invalidate the good play that we saw.
I mean, it was a battle the whole way through. There were no questions about that. I mean, there were just a lot of clutch plays that went down there. It was just not the way we would have liked it to end. I mean, of course, if you're a Gators fan, which I doubt many of you are, you're maybe a little bit more excited about this than we are. But, man, that was close. And it was, I mean, again, like millimeters from going one way or the other there.
Yeah, and Lincoln, of course, means there. He doubts many Gators fans are watching, but you might be. You may have found it on our Breck Live YouTube channel. If you are a fan of Greenwood High School,
we appreciate your
thanks
viewership.
For watching. Subscribe to the channel for the next time we play in any sport.
And, I mean, gosh, just very fun performances, very fun game to commentate all around. Nice work on the mound by Diceholm up until, the bottom of the 4th? Or bottom of the 3rd? I'm not for sure, but he did a very good job of keeping the hits off the board until then. And Flowers came in, pitched a really solid game there to cover for him. And, it was just a great night all around. I don't really have much else to cover, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate all of your support. We also appreciate the support of our sponsors. As for Mr. Garrett and I here in the studio, we will catch you guys in the next game, which actually I want to go ahead. When is the next one? Is that Monday?
The next game was originally slated to be Monday, but I believe the Meade County away game has been rescheduled to Monday. So that's going to bump the Owensboro Catholic, supposed to be home game here. So Tuesday we will next be in action.
Okay, and correct me if I'm wrong, is there also a softball game on Tuesday? I'm not actually for sure. Either way,
have to check the schedule.
We will more than likely catch you all
many times next week.
Yes,
yeah.
several times next week, which I may not be here for all of that. But, make sure to stay tuned in. We really, again, like we said, appreciate all of your support. We will see you guys in our next broadcast, more than likely on Tuesday. But thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Have a good night.